Hi, ladies and germs. We're back with the blah, 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 Mehcast. And oh, what a motley crew we are. So today, aside from the music that, is every parent's living nightmare.
Yeah.
We are back with...
Welcome back to the Mehcast. Oh, what a motley crew we are. And I've left Chrome open, so my audio is crackling. Hang on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chrome is doing that to me as well. Just gonna close that real quick.
Are you guys getting audio crackling from me now, or is that...
No. So far, so
No.
good. It's
Okay.
not
No, we're good.
I wasn't getting any...
Oh, there it is, there it is, there it is.
Oh, no.
There it is.
Here.
Oh no.
God damn it.
Oh my god.
You got the Chrome virus.
Fucking hell. Anyway. So last time on our adventures in the banjo of the Tuies.
What the hell is that?
What?
Ben not noticing his speakers are too fucking loud.
Turn your speakers down.
And
Yeah,
people
that's
wonder
my
why I
Death Metal
have him
vinyl,
muted.
baby.
What?
Yeah,
Who the heck was playing that music?
yeah.
Whee!
They made
Anyway,
a special remake.
so after our
Samurai
adventures
Jack
in
song.
Witchy World, we are now continuing our quest
I am
for...
attempting... Meanwhile, I am still attempting to get through the rail yard. Without the game's rail hopping mechanics fucking me over again.
Oh,
Yeah.
the wave. That must have
Yeah,
been
poor
bad.
week.
Never mind.
And that's what I get for trying to get an extra set of rings. Okay, so yeah, so before we went live, we were having a brief discussion about Digimon.
Yes, because we were reminiscing about
Evolution is
our...
up and running.
Digimon the movie is not what I'd call a great entry point for newbies into the series. Like, that first one, sure, like that little mini-movie at the start.
Yeah,
That's
because
fine.
that was... Yeah, because that was literally the first ever animated thing for Digimon, because that was meant to be like a pitch.
Yeah,
Pitch
that thing's
for...
fine. You can get away with showing that to somebody as their first Digimon thing, and like, they
minus
won't be
Kari's
confused.
annoying narration.
Yeah. Meanwhile, like, if you watch the rest of it, dear God.
Amazing.
Especially when you get to the third part.
Yep. The third part, which is the most confusing part, are with or without... They're without the, with or without... Out the, with or without out the cutout 30 plus minutes of the film.
Yeah,
Seriously.
it's kind of like introducing somebody to like Marvel with Endgame.
You can't do that.
Like, who are these people? Why should I care?
Exactly.
And yet they Roboteched it. They always try to do stuff like that, where they try to throw, hang on. Boom shakalaka. They always try to throw things that don't always connect into each other to try and make things... Try to create a more commercial product. God damn it. I'm getting my ass kicked over here.
All right. When all else fails, grenade. So, Jolly Rogers Bay is essentially the water level. But I'm sure you already know. So now we have the ability for Kazooie to attack with her wings. Which now lets us do... not only... Which lets us do an interesting... Which, interestingly enough, lets us do that.
The rail disappeared.
Anyway... Okay, so up until Discotech decided to make the smart decision in releasing the first 3 movies is on Blu-ray, and we had no way of officially having the full uncut version of the first 3 Digimon OVAs.
Omega, please.
Oh, great. I gotta split up again. So, recently there was a shitty Netflix Devil May Cry series. Spoiler alert, it sucks.
Netflix, yes. Shitty, yes. Devil May Cry,
I think I might have
I'd even
explained
hesitate to say
back.
series, because the events are only vaguely connected.
Yeah.
I'm sure the devil himself is crying over this shitty adaptation.
Well, the time is coming, so have I.
Ah!
And one thing I did preface a few streams
No,
back.
no.
While I was
Didn't mean to do
happy
that.
they got most the Japanese voice actors back, I'm like, yeah, this ain't gonna be enough to save a Netflix show.
No, it's not. The only
Oh, no.
Japanese voice actors they got back were
Dante, Lady,
were
and
Toshiyuki
Virgil.
Morikawa, Hiroaki Hirata, and Fumiko Orikasa.
Yep, just those three.
Not really a
Yes.
fan.
It's one of those
Not
things
really-
where it doesn't matter how good the cast is, because the content is just garbage. And this show doesn't have a bad cast. It has Kevin fucking Conroy as the vice president. It's just the character he's playing is essentially just Father Enrico Maxwell from Hellsing Ultimate, you know?
Yep.
In fact, most of the characters that aren't from Devil May Cry, because there's a bunch of original characters in this show, even though there's plenty of characters in Devil May Cry to cut to make to fill up the roster. Most of the characters in the show are original characters,
Yep.
which, it's bad enough when they do stuff like that in the Marvel Universe, because Marvel already has too many fucking characters, and not everybody is going to be Phil Coulson or X-23. Two widely beloved original characters made for, Phil Coulson was made for the MCU, X-23 was made for X-Men Evolution, Characters like that can make their way back into the mainstream, and I don't imagine any of these stupid characters making their way into Devil May Cry as a game, because they're all just monumentally dumb. Everybody in the show is monumentally dumb. And people are really jumping to the conclusion that this show has some kind of SJW agenda. I'm not so sure about that, because I'm not really sure what kind of agenda this show has. The problem is that the show definitely has something to say. It's just that it doesn't know what it is any more than the audience does, So, you'll have characters say things that sound really dumb and are really dumb, but then, So we have a character named Mary. She is allegedly supposed to be Lady from Devil May Cry. She's not. She actually only wears Lady's outfit for a total of less than 10 seconds, I believe it is.
Yeah. And she's dressed like she's Gordon Freeman from Half-Life.
Yeah, well, she's dressed like it's either Gordon Freeman from Half-Life or a character from the game Oni, which is a game that Bungie made on the PS2 before they got bought by Microsoft.
I see.
Before they got completely bought out by Microsoft, I should say. Oh, fuck you. I don't know. It also, her armor also kind of reminded me of the Resident Evil 1.5 armor from the beta version of Resident Evil 2. Now, there's a character in this show apparently sent Dante off on something called the Raccoon City job.
Enzo.
Yeah, Enzo. Enzo sent...
Who is eerily
Dante.
similar to Enzo from Bayonetta, and just as sleazy.
Yeah, except that this time, rather than being based on Joe Pesci, he's clearly based on Danny DeVito.
So anyway, then I started blasting. Bam! Bam!
Yeah. Yeah, and, you know, while I can totally see Bayonetta and Devil May Cry existing in the same universe, and I would love to see more of that, you know, this is not what we're talking about. I have absolutely no faith that this man can accomplish anything well.
Yeah.
Because he had... Here's the thing. He had a total of one good show in him. 2 seasons... He had a total of 2 good seasons worth of content in him, and everything since then has been unadulterated garbage. He did the Far Cry show, and that was terrible. He did Castlevania seasons 3 and 4, which were, you know, they were good, just not as good. And of course, you know, he's done, you know, the Devil May Cry show. And he's technically overseen, because I believe he is a producer on the horrible Castlevania Nocturne. Even though he is moving on to, you know, to Devil May Cry. There's rumors that Castlevania, Devil May Cry, and Resident Evil are going to be part of some big weird Netflix crossover universe. No, not a bootleg universe. This is very
not the bootleg universe.
He has made very clear that Castlevania and Devil May Cry are not part of his bootleg universe, even though they are less faithful to the concepts of those series than his actual bootleg universe was to Power Rangers. I actually kind of liked his Power Rangers fan film, because even though it did mischaracterize some of the characters, like, you know, they made Billy into kind of a weird tech huckster character, and the most important thing about it was that at the end of the day, a lot of the stuff was stuff that was created by Rita to take out the Rangers.
Okay, Shinigami, what are you doing? Hold on, Alex. Shinigami, what are you doing with a creepy medic profile picture?
Listen, it's the only one that I could find right now. You want me to switch back to Ichigo?
No, I was just curious, okay? I was like...
I got a couple W plays as medic.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Clang, clang, clang goes the trolley. Ring,
We were
ring,
talking
ring,
about...
bell.
We were talking about Netflix Make Cry.
Boom, boom, boom.
Oh yeah,
the
that
badniks
show.
More-
away.
That show was somebody.
Wait. More like Netflix can die.
Bro, literally that show where they try to tie it in with like IRL immigrant shit. but it's
Yes.
like with demons, and I'm like, bro, really trying to simplify
So
the
here's
theme
the
of all
really
things?
weird thing about it that kind of threw me for a loop. Like it's so strange because so there's part of the game. Sorry, part of the plot of the show is just Undertale. It's just fucking Undertale, you know?
Oh my.
So a human kid gets a human kid gets abused and goes into finds himself sent on a portal to another world. Well, rather than climbing up a mountain and falling in. He goes through. His favorite book is Alice in Wonderland, so he winds up going through. The game just froze on me.
Oh
dear.
Oh crap.
Oh, thank God. I was afraid it was about to crash. Anyway.
No, I didn't.
So he doesn't want to go back to wherever he came from, so he goes off into the portal to the Demon Land. And no, fuck!
Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
Anyway,
Okay,
so
guys.
he goes off on a portal to the demon realm, and he, befriends friendly demons. Yes, there are friendly demons in this show for some reason. Even though the whole point was that Sparta was the only
exception.
good one. Yeah, Sparta was
Aside
the
from
only good one.
aside from Dante, Trish,
Well, yeah, but he
Ish,
is
and Nero.
Well, yeah, but
Dante,
those,
Dante's
they're
just
descended
son,
from
so
fucking
that's-
Sparta, you know?
Trish is also just a clone of Dante's mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder how the hell they're gonna make that work.
Yeah.
Dante, so the show legitimately ends with Lady putting Dante in fucking carbonite.
A la
What?
Winter Soldier.
Well, nice way to make a sequel, I guess.
Yeah.
That sounds like the same way Annie from Attack on Titan ended up.
Yeah, except that was handled all the.
That actually
worked.
to some degree. That
It
made,
actually worked.
that made
It made sense.
an amount of sense.
The way he's
I
saying
am going to create a suspend point because I am not taking any chances. Damn it!
Ooh. When you try to...
Yeah, Netflix Devil May Cry is one of those rare shows that I think does a whole lot of nothing.
No!
Because
Gotta go fast.
there's a bunch of technical issues. And
No!
average gamer experience.
or like the voice lines cut out.
Yes!
The voice lines will just stop at points.
What?
No, hey, how much money did they make this
Too
with?
much.
Wait,
Apparently-
what is their
Apparently
budget?
the show
Their
was in
budget
development.
is
Greater
Their
than
budget-
zero, and I had a zero budget when I made Evangelion Alternative Saga, and I didn't have that problem, so...
yeah.
The weird thing about this show, apparently, was that it was in development in 2018, well, because Adi was working on other projects at the time. So.
And some
Yeah.
people will try to insist to me, even though I pointed out that there's clearly difference between Lady in the Netflix show and Lady in, the games. They'll try to say like, oh, they're totally the same character.
Well,
They don't even wear the same fucking clothes.
bruh, do they even have the same origin?
They've changed They essentially changed everything except her backstory. Well, they've changed her backstory too, but they haven't changed some of it. The game just froze again. Why are you doing that?
Bruh, might as well just make an OC for all this.
Yeah!
Like, you might as well have created, because this show seriously feels like it's like Hellsing and Devil May Cry fan fiction. And, you know, while I would normally be all in favor of a Hellsing Devil May Cry crossover,
where Dante and Alucard kill all various vampires and demons with the guns, while Lady and Sarah shoot off sniper rounds off of Saris's massive ballistics.
Well, I'd be more interested in a Bleach and Devil May Cry.
Red, where are you going? Well, I'm going to
heck,
take a walk.
I mean, heck, even for me,
That's
as
a
someone
good
who enjoys
idea. I
Sengoku
think I might join
Basara,
you.
there was even a Sengoku Basara and Devil May Cry stage play, Japan only.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hey, Mumbo, I want you to make yourself useful.
I'd be more hyped for Bleach and Devil May Cry crossover, if I'm being honest here.
Yep.
Oh, you kind of unofficially.
It would be.
You know,
the funny thing is, Byakuya would probably just sigh at sensing Dante's spiritual pressure. Just be like,
Another loudmouth. Nah, another loudmouth. Bruh, Ichigo and Nero, they see each other and they're like, he's just like me, for real.
Ichigo, Nero, and Dante all weird meme dance and set to Devil Trigger. Nero, this is our future.
Speaking of Devil Trigger, though,
that's featured in the show in one of the lamest ways possible.
The guy the song is made for is not in the show. The song is in the show.
Bruh, there's no way, because literally the lyrics don't just speak to Nero's character, Devil Trigger.
All these thoughts running through my head. I'm on fire, veins burning red. Frustration getting bigger.
They try to make that. They try to make that part of the song fit with Dante by making only one arm transform in the Devil Trigger.
Bruh, just make Bruh, what do you mean, Nero? You say all that. It just sounds like you have some anger issues and some intrusive thoughts. Not gonna lie.
The thing is, you gotta look deep. You gotta look for the full song lyrics. Those lyrics are literally made for bro.
Nah, I listen to all that. I listen to it a lot.
Right. Anyway.
And
also Virgil's only allowed to have Bury the Light as his theme.
Yeah.
And nothing else.
Okay, that's good at least, I guess.
Oh no, it's not. It's not even the right version. It's a fucking remix.
Victor Borba wasn't even brought in to sing it.
No,
nah, you gotta be kidding me.
Oh, what a lot of bull.
By the way,
when I'm watching this,
it's like a slow. It's like a slow cover.
By the way, one thing I ended up doing, and hence why you don't see my oxygen levels going down, I oxygenated the entirety of this level's water.
Thanks to Mumble's help.
Yep.
This man really typed in, he'll be in your nightmares. Bro, that's literally me after setting up fucking full health heavy with Uber after the whole enemy team. They needed free medics to do the work I alone can do.
The Uber charge.
Charge!
I am a fire in Malaysia.
The healing isn't as rewarding as the hurting.
Let's get in.
Wow.
Nah, I've been medic for way too long. I have over 70 hours now into medic.
Well, I mean, Josh Scorcher did vote him as his favorite class in Team Fortress 2 for a good reason.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
Is it
So-
crazy? Is it crazy that after playing as medic, I now have more empathy for every healer in anime and manga?
You know, the sad thing is, Orihime would not find his methods very ethical.
Nah, she wouldn't, but for real now, Orihime did just as much as Ichigo, not gonna
And
lie!
that was the second time I lost my medical license.
What?
God damn.
She'll be like, the fuck? You lost your medical license? I thought it was a famous story.
Oh, I got it back. I had to steal it.
The capsule looks pretty solid. Let's leave it to Omega.
Wait, he actually stole it?
I don't know.
Who knows, he'll be making up anything.
Yeah.
So after getting... So now we have 10 Cheeto pages. So Alex, I can see you're in Bullet Hit Station.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, by the end of Netflix May Cry, after Dante is frozen a la Winter Soldier, we hear American Idiot by Green Day in the background.
Yeah. Because
Of all songs
the
to play,
soundtrack
why
in this show is fucking awful.
Ooh,
'Cause
that's bad, there's no way.
They
Why
They-
don't we try it there?
Adi Shankar's like constantly jacking off his fucking musical taste.
What kind of music does he like?
Okay.
He likes
so,
really edgy music.
It's not even
Bro.
that edgy. Here's the problem. Here's the problem. The music that he puts in doesn't fit, and when he put in fucking Bulls on Parade by Rage Against the Machine, and then he has one of the goons that's coming to take out Dante literally compliment Dante's taste in music.
Wow.
As he's going up there to take him out. Okay, yeah, that didn't work.
Sounds like the guy's just overrating himself, not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yep, pretty
he
much.
Is really pushing his luck with that.
Looks like we can go down from that duct on the floor.
Oh, I needed to
It's not
punch
even
something.
trying.
Well, I need to punch something.
I thought I needed to jump onto that. Yeah, anybody who's seen, so go look at the Netflix Geeked page, because they have the official soundtrack listing, and
Yep.
one of the songs is, you know, Green Day blank, and it's American Idiot. They have Bulls on Parade by Rage Against the Machine. They have fucking Last Resort by Papa Roach. No,
I never heard of that.
I dislike Rage Against the Machine with the passion of 1,000 Dying Suns, and I love Papa Roach. I don't even dislike fucking I'm cool with Limp Bizkit. Like Fred Durst
No,
is a
I'm
fucking
not.
Fred Durst is a fucking weirdo, but I don't even dislike some of their songs. Rolling's all right. It was a pretty good intro for the Undertaker. But
I recommend
That's
listening to
what
Break Stuff.
yeah, well, that's what I associated with. It's like,
I'll take it from here.
Alex, you are trying to explain this to a non-wrestling fan who also does not like
doesn't
Limp
like Limp
Bizkit.
Bizkit. Yeah, I know. I'm aware. I'm just saying, like, it's
Bruh.
if he had him listening to fucking The Time Is Now or fucking Metalingus by Alter Bridge, you know?
Let's
Actually,
never
you know
forget.
what? Alter Bridge would have made a degree more sense than either of the other two
Alex,
songs.
let's also never forget the fact that the time has come. the time has come is Nero theme in DMC4. Or I know I know it's a different song, but I know you're talking about a different song, but that reminded me of Nero's theme. The time has come, and so have I. Nero, battling demons to thinly veiled innuendos since 2008.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, come on Bang Bang Bang, pull my devil trigger. Come on, that's just begging to be memed.
Setting himself off, you know?
I mean,
Time is coming.
I guess in the meantime, instead of watching Devil May Cry show on Netflix, I could just watch more Invincible.
Well, you could also watch the Devil May Cry anime done by the guys who did Hellsing.
Yeah, Matt.
One of the studios who did Hellsing.
and the saving grace with that one is that Ruben Langdon did actually come back to reprise his role as Dante.
Yeah.
Which is surprising given the fact that the show is done in Texas.
Yeah, and he had to go
It was,
under like a different name for that one.
Well, it was if I remember correctly, it was done at ADV, wasn't it?
Yep.
And Lucy Christian was in that dub as Lady.
Yeah.
Seriously, I think the English
Lucy
dub
Christian.
is the only reason why a lot of people ended up watching that show. Oh, mostly due to the fact that it wasn't really an adaptation and of anything per se. It was more of a it was tying. And sure, but more people would have wanted a anime version of the games, which is sadly what we didn't get with the fucking Netflix show.
Yeah, that's a problem.
And for the record, Johnny Umbosh, I love you, and I know you're trying your best to make this look as appealing as humanly possible, but no matter how good your voice acting is, the writing is not going to be.
The best voice actors in the world will be let down by the worst material.
Yep.
Well, yeah.
And Robbie Damon as Virgil is certainly a choice.
Yeah.
Not bad. Cool.
You know, I came to a conclusion while I was watching that, and after I thought about it for a little while, much as I love Johnny as a voice actor, I would have preferred Crispin Freeman as Dante.
That would have been a little weird.
It would have been, but at least Crispin Freeman has never been in Devil May Cry as a character.
True, and
The
that would have been a
thing
good
is-
opportunity.
Crispin's voice is a bit too deep for Dante.
Yeah, we know. Oh, and Dante has had a couple of deep-sounding voice actors before, or Ruben took up the mantle.
No, because even when they got Drew Combs for DMC1, his voice wasn't that deep.
Well, what about Devil May Cry 2's voice? His voice was kind of deep.
Oh,
King.
no!
Yeah. Here's your
No!
Devil
crap.
May Cry 2 isn't canon for all we're concerned here.
Actually, it kind of is.
Devil May Cry 2
Nah,
is
it's
a
not
great
canon
game
as
and
far
you
as
will
we
not
can
survive
tell.
the winter.
It's
As
not
bad,
canon.
look, as bad as Devil May Cry 2 is, you can't skip it.
No, I can't skip it. Just watch it on YouTube at 2x speed. How about it? GG.
Dude.
I don't care.
Devil May Cry 2 is a good game. You're just cowards.
No. Okay, then Alex, give me more
Here's an even
Okay.
bigger hot take. Devil May Cry 1 is not that good of a game.
Okay, Alex, let me
Hey, everybody agrees Devil May Cry 1 is janky.
Alright.
Okay,
Alright, I'm
Alex.
gonna-
All right,
alright, I guess
explain
I'll-
this to me. Why is it that the easiest time that I have with that game is by staying a fair distance away from the bosses and shooting them instead of actually engaging with the gameplay?
Bro, I guess
I mean-
right now I should just overcharge
I
with
mean,
like
you
a
can-
Hesky or something.
If you
Because
want
there's
the
some
game
people
to be
here
really
who-
boring, sure, you can do that. It's like all those
Yeah,
people
but
who
here's
say,
the thing.
hey, like,
Yeah, but here's the
oh,
thing. It's the
why would
only
you
way to
use
play the
ammunition
game.
in No, it's not.
The one
because
time
I'm
where it's
beating
like-
the game by not doing that.
One time when
Funny.
DMC where the guns were
I
overpowered.
have played through Devil May Cry 2 several times.
You're funny. And look, at the very least, And look, at the very least, at... Alright, let's go to the town center, because...
No!
Hold on a second,
No!
chat to read.
The game
Realist Metal, watch
game
them
hung
have
on
Mary
me.
A break Dante out and expect us to like her, or forget about everything she did. Yeah, that's definitely the route they're gonna go.
Hey, how good is Byakuya versus Mace Windu?
I don't even think that's really a good matchup, since first of all, there's not really a whole lot of connections in between those two that could really drive the matchup. Because the thing is, for a lot of matchups in a hypothetical death battle scenario, you kind of have to have like things in common, and that the two combatants have like enough in common but enough different to make for an interesting dynamic. And there isn't really that much to work off of Mace Windu versus Byakuya, and it's just it's not a very good Star Wars Bleach matchup, especially compared to the likes of, say, Grimjow versus Darth Maul.
Just saying, because I was thinking about it a couple times, and I'm like, you know what? I'll just shut up, because apparently at some point in Versus Wiki they had Star Wars at Universal.
Yeah, but here's the thing: Mace Windu doesn't get there.
I know, so I'm kind of just agnostic right now.
The thing is that, and I think the only outerversal character in Star Wars is Luke. Luke on that site. Like everybody else is either like planet or in Palpatine's case, universe level.
Exactly, that's the whole issue.
Yeah, it's mostly just because of Luke's affinity with the Force, because the Force is just insane. The thing is that while a lot of people could say Maul is like the most powerful thing since sliced bread, the issue is that Maul is not exactly the strongest dude with the Force.
So I lost Rouge somehow.
I think you ended up encountering one of those jellyfish things.
Oh. I thought I ran past that without
She got caught by the
am I
jellyfish,
gonna have to
and
go
now
back?
Yeah, either that or you're gonna have to start the level over again.
Fuck it, I'm starting
No,
the level over again.
Oh, and of course, don't get started on the fact that now it's just Disney canon and their characters are a whole lot weaker.
Yep. Alrighty, now we get Talon Torpedo.
which will allow you to go through those transparent fish.
Yep.
Fishity fish, fish, fish.
You know, the funny thing is that there's every so
I got a
often
fish. Would you like to make a wish?
every so often you're supposed to get like jam jars failing to go back inside of the inside out of the little thing, most in general. And Realist Metal ended up posting a rewrite of Devil May Cry inside of in a general chat.
Ooh, let me go check that out.
Okay.
I posted a
So,
live
Ryan-
chat message that got censored. It said, "Be nice to see Kevin commit property damage."
What?
Why did they censor that?
I don't
Yeah.
know. 'Cause YouTube is politically.
Hey.
Oh shit!
Oh!
Dude.
You have the
Yeah,
pass?
dude.
My
Really,
bad.
man?
Bro, you have the pass?
It's coming in the mail.
No, I don't think he does have the pass.
Okay.
Oh. Let me
I
get
ordered
I'm-
one off of
I'm-
AliExpress. It's just
I'm issuing
taking
an
its time
official
getting
warning.
here.
Don't do that again,
Jesus.
Please.
because that will get us fucking banned.
Will
And
we-
probably
will we
cancelled.
Will we get banned if I admit to tax evasion?
Oh, right. Naggers. Naggers. Right. Naggers.
Oh, that one South Park episode when Randy Marsh was on the game show.
Some rewrites I would make for that Netflix show.
Right.
This is a bit this is from r/Devil May Cry by Hello Vortex. This is a bit long and rambly. I'm mostly just posting it here in case anybody feels the same way I do. The show has some solid themes, and Dante is portrayed pretty well, but it totally assassinates Lady's character, yes, and it's a bit juvenile in its handling of those themes, absolutely. This doesn't include stuff like character writing, because of course we'd all tone down Lady's fuck addiction, yeah. So, like almost everything that Adi Shankar is involved in, the characters swear way too much. And I'm not one of those people who's, I'm not fucking Linkara, right?
Wait.
Hopefully nobody's fucking Linkara, but you get my point.
Oh no, don't let him get all too
I need
kinky with
the
the green M&M.
I mean, do you want me to get some ideas about being Linkara?
Anyways, oh god fucking damn it. Darkcom was kind of a cool idea. I like the original characters who were in that. You liked those characters? They weren't characters. No. OBS is flickering at me. What are you doing, guys? Okay.
Game.
What are you doing to me, game? Anyways. Instead of them already knowing about the necklace, they only want to capture White Rabbit at first. Okay. Yeah, so here's the problem. This show is like it's leading into the events of Devil May Cry 3, and it's going to be making, Devil May Cry 3 in its own way at some point. But it kind of completely precludes Devil May Cry 3. And if you're not going to be going anywhere with your plot, you can do that. It's a great way to completely destroy your reputation, but you can do that. Who exactly is, breaking down J.J. Abrams' door these days, Because that man has had one fuck up after the next. And, just not ended things. Like, I could totally believe that at one point he had an idea in mind for where the Star Wars sequels were going to go. But I don't believe that anymore, And he... For as bad of a spot as he was put in, having to follow on from an absolute pack like Ryan Johnson, somebody who I'm convinced hates the concept of filmmaking, film goers, and the art in general. The man also wrote himself into a bunch of corners with stuff like Lost and all the other things that he's been involved with over the years. The Heroes is a great example of something like that, where, if you're not planning on following up on stuff, you can just do whatever the fuck you want, and that's what Ryan Johnson did too, and that's what this show is kind of gonna be doing, where it's seriously in a position of
Mission failed.
It's in a serious position of you are either going to have to commit to the bit, or you're going to have to... the show's going to end before we get to a commitment point.
Rhino's asking, is it possible to edit the VOD and edit out the power word?
What word?
Not on my end, and because I'm not recording.
Who said
I'm
what word?
streaming.
So I can do that. I can go into the YouTube. What I'm probably gonna have to wind up doing is just completely delete the VOD from Twitch after I get done exporting it, and then I'll just come on. There you go.
Okay, hang on, Alex. Two
Stupid
things.
robot.
One, you started clipping again. You went at first.
No, I
So,
didn't.
You did.
So,
No, I heard you do it.
No, Ben.
wait,
I'm monitoring
minute.
it right now. It didn't sound like that to me.
Oh God, I really hope my computer isn't dying again.
Well, anyways,
Anyway, secondly, what word was said?
don't worry about it.
don't worry
Oh,
about
God.
it. Don't worry about it. It was tax
Don't
evasion.
worry about it off screen.
Tax evasion?
Yeah.
I didn't say tax evasion. Joe has that one.
He's not Yoshi.
That's the forbidden word.
Anyways, yeah.
Taxes are
If
taxes
you're
are a
not planning
crime.
on ever following
Oh,
up on the stuff
hang on,
that you
Alex.
worked on,
That was
you can do what
that
Adi
wasn't my
Shankar
computer.
and the
You
other
were
people behind the
glitching
Netflix stuff
my
do.
end.
But if you have to go to an endpoint, like you're gonna wind up in the Game of Thrones territory, you know? And that's where this is gonna
Alex,
wind up.
Alex.
Yeah?
On my end, you were clipping, and someone else was talking as you were talking, and they weren't clipping.
That's weird, because I've got it set to clip safe on. See, I can. Here,
Maybe I don't know.
here's what I'll do. I've got it set to clip safe, right? Is
Mhm.
that helping?
I've only
is
heard
that-
it twice so far.
Is that
Oh,
different?
there was. Yeah, that's
Okay.
different. I've heard clipping more.
Is it more or less?
It's like, it's really inconsistent.
Looking is.
Yeah, because when I first heard you talking, you went brr for a second. And in rare moments, you'll kind of like, not brr, but you like clip a few times.
Skill issue.
Well, I am kind of getting the hang of this mic. So, anyways,
I thought for a split second, I thought it was my computer dying again, because that's the sound it made when it was dying. But no, it isn't, because I
unfortunate.
heard someone else talking at the same time as you,
Well, anyway.
and they also weren't clipping.
Huh. Anyways, I'm gonna go back
LSU.
down this list here.
God dang it,
Instead
Discord.
of going
why you
after
do this to
Dante,
us?
they recruit him to help stop the White Rabbit at that meeting with all the mercenaries. That's a good idea. Lady's also not a member of Darkcom, joins the task force to stop the White Rabbit here. That's good. That she and Lady can get along. Lady and Dante get along a little bit, decently here, but he severely annoys her. That sounds good. I'm rolling with this hypothetical show here. Probably about a third of the way through the season,
rolling.
Yeah. Around the time White Rabbit summons all the big demons, Darkon finds out Dante is half demon and and they turn on him. Yeah, that makes sense. Lady has sides with Darkon initially. Yeah. She has a vendetta against demons. Only ever met evil ones.
Alex,
Suspects that.
Worse.
Suspects. Is anybody else hearing this? Guys,
Sorry, I'm.
Yeah.
Hearing what?
do I sound fine or am I clipping?
You sound fine for the most part.
For the most part.
Hang on, I'm gonna turn on. I've got monitoring. I'm gonna turn the monitoring
It's like
back
DJ
on.
doesn't want to pour salt on the wound, so he's just being as nice as possible while also saying, "Yeah, it's happening."
Don't worry, I'm not trying to lie or anything.
Hello.
Oh, there was.
Oh, there we go. I've been wondering if I should go.
Okay, it was like. Yeah,
essentially,
Chrome.
Google Chrome is a memory hogger.
Thank you, Chrome. Thank you, OBS.
I've
Neither of you are
noticed.
Programmed right.
It's
No,
up
listen,
space
Chrome-
on the hard drive.
Chrome just wants your attention.
Yeah.
With that.
Yeah, so
I
Yeah,
ended
so
up opting to use
Darkon-
the Brave browser. because of
Darkcom wants
that.
to. Darkcom recruits.
Come
Lady,
on, game.
but she
What happened?
but she rejects all the fancy
Well,
technology and
gee.
uses all her own stuff. Yeah, that's cool.
I gotta keep trying so that I can get the thing that this pig has.
Oh, can I tell you something I got in the mail today?
What?
I wish I had a better vantage point in which I can do this.
Do tell.
I got my Death Battle vinyl record.
Uh,
Ooh.
Awesome.
Yeah,
nice.
It's fucking awesome. So they didn't even announce that they finished making or were shipping it. They just kind of shipped it out randomly. And you know what? Like, what they did was fucking awesome because they didn't just add some of the remaster tracks they made. They added whole new tracks to it.
Cool.
Come on!
They added
Bullshit.
the death. They
Fucking
added
bullshit.
They added the Death Battle theme with Italian lyrics. And it's awesome.
Bruh.
Or Latin lyrics. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, hey, Italian.
At
It's
least
an
it's-
opera.
Look, at least
It's not an opera.
At least it's not French.
For the other one, they added a new remastered version of Samurai Jack vs. Samurai Afro's track with fucking lyrics, and it's amazing.
Nice.
Even has a completely different ending to the song, and it kicks ass. They added
Gonna
a
create a save
lofty
point.
version of Super that I could easily fall asleep to with ease. And I think they made small adjustments and small changes to each of the songs for it. I can't tell though, but I know there's like a few changes here and there.
At least it's not a French. At least it's not a French.
Fuck the French.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, fuck them.
Yeah,
Imagine
no
being
one likes
French.
the French. them out of
Especially me.
I watched that mouse.
We need to deport all the Frenchmen from all around the world back to France.
Sounds like a good idea. Get rid of all the spies too.
Yeah.
Get rid of the fucking spies from TF2. No, seriously, the amount of times I get backstabbed.
No.
You know what? Yeah, send all the spy
no.
players to France too. See how they feel.
It happened again. It happened again.
Come on!
Why?
Right. You don't understand.
Assault and rage tonight.
Kevin, you
Bruh,
and I
two
shouldn't be
people
having-
crashing
Kevin,
out
you and I
at the
shouldn't be
same
having
time
a
on
fucking-
Oh,
Yeah.
this
Bro,
was
two
not what
people
I
crashing out.
expected.
Oh man.
Bro, two people crashing out at the same time on stream for real.
Oh my god.
Not for real,
we
the
should
amount of
not be
time-
having these problems at the same time.
It's typical Kevin logic. He doesn't know when to look behind him.
I can't!
Yes, you can. You just have to turn around.
Yeah, and that takes a lot. And that takes
Bro,
quite a bit.
Bro, that's exactly what my friend tells me to do to deal with spies. But the thing is, they just come at you when you least expect it.
That cannon sure came in handy.
Oh my god. Oh
Nope,
my
nope.
god. Oh my god. It actually worked.
You say that, but it was literally
One
doing it as you were
fucking
saying.
second.
For 1 second.
Bro, two people
seconds.
actually.
Good luck.
Oh, by the way,
Is that all mine in here
I
in the
won't,
chat?
I won't say anything further about this, but if any of you want to see the Minecraft movie, go ahead and see it. It's good.
I am Steve.
Oh shit.
Unironically,
Heal.
From what little I've seen of it, unironically, the Minecraft movie seems like it's more entertaining than the Devil May Cry show.
No, it's more of a faithful
Somehow.
adaptation than the Devil May Cry show, which is a fucking crime.
Devil May Crime.
Yeah. You know, they added a new Minecraft update to Minecraft that added some cool lore. You know the gas?
Yeah.
They have little babies and eggs. You
Oh,
bring in,
God.
and the reason they cry is because of the lack of water and how hot it is there, and other lore implications I can't remember. But if you bring an egg there and lay it in water, it won't cry, and you'll be able to make like a balloon kind of thing where you can ride the gas
Nope.
around,
Not this time.
which is awesome.
Booyah!
Someone's dressed as Dante on Raw.
Oh!
Someone's
Don't
dressed
tell
as
me they have
Dante
a-
on
Don't
Monday
tell me
Night
they have
Raw.
a cross-promotion for that shit.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. They don't. It's not being promoted. The
Okay.
guy's just sitting behind the announcer's table with white hair, red jacket, and everything. That's fucking awesome.
Jiggy!
Wait, indeed. Wait, actually, for real. Why the fuck
Yeah,
are
for
Star
fucking
Wars-
real. Dante's on Monday Night Raw. It's definitely not promotion. Otherwise, they would be elsewhere. They're behind
What are
the
you gonna
announcer.
ask?
was just saying,
Dante
like,
Funk. Yes, awesome. That's so fucking funny. Oh,
Bro.
god damn, dude. You have my respects for that.
bruh, they actually posted a meme right here. Palpatine, why do we even build this Death Star? To blow up planets, of course, but I'm planet level and you're solar system level. You don't understand. We need to build the Death Star for reasons.
Wait, someone's dressed as Jesus
It
Christ.
literally it gives a whole new meaning to the ability to destroy a planet is insignificant next to the power of the Force.
Why is Dante and Jesus Christ at WWE?
So there's a
Come
movie
on.
coming out soon.
Jesus.
With Oscar
Oh, I
Isaac.
did.
Jesus.
Jeez, I think I've seen like a photos online of like a wrestling WWE in Japan where someone was dressed as Rock Howard and Terry Bogard to promote Fatal Fury.
Bruh,
City of the
if they're
Wolves.
gonna be making that movie with Jesus, they better do it right.
Whoop.
I'll take it from here.
I love it when some people dressed in weird outfits at wrestling shows that's just out of nowhere. Like, what the fuck?
It's like,
And now
are
we
they
get-
serious?
I didn't even understand that reference because I just researched wrestling as a martial art.
Yeah. And what parts of wrestling involve of you doing karate chop?
Good question. Good question, my good friend. Mind telling us?
I would
Yeah.
like to know. That's what I'm asking you. You're the one who researched it.
I said some parts. It's just for choreography purposes.
I am disappointed. My disappointment is now immeasurable, and my day is ruined than it was before.
Eh.
I'm desperately attempting to salvage this situation.
Oh, that was bad, Alex.
Okay,
That was bad.
so gentlemen, now there's a Cheeto page up there, and normally I need a certain power up to make
that's
this
not gonna
work, but luckily
Help.
I have the power of glitches.
And the power
So
Yeah.
Nah, bro, it's really gonna pull off the infinite jump.
Are you gonna summon the glitch gremlin?
No problem.
damn it.
not the glitch gremlin.
Natural.
No.
Glitches with old man snitches. Second try. There's just so many. The king is a god amongst men. Diablo has won. Ooh.
Glitches with old man snitches. God, that was such a good gag.
I
I
saw
feel
the latest one with the AI. It's like, you can't stop us, nerd. Come on, play the game.
Bro, y'all talk about Gerard?
No.
No. Oh, that was a Greg gag.
I don't remember now.
My favorite episode from Gerard was the Pepsi Man episode. It's like, no, I don't want to drink your cold, thirsty Pepsi. It's like,
Is it cannibalism if, like,
oh
Pepsi Man turned that guy into Pepsi? And then you drink from him as Pepsi? Is it cannibalism?
I think it might be.
Oh my god, he turned Fraser into Pepsi! Pepsi
Dude, are you
Man!
drinking Frasier?
Pepsi Man!
No.
You can't drink people. How many times do we have to tell you?
Okay, we gotta watch that episode at some point.
Oh, the bit alone was just so.
Gets the Pepsi right out of his crotch.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck, Pepsi Man?
And then you just see Pepsi Man pelvic thrusting.
Oh my god, because I think I got to meet with the guy who got turned into Pepsi, Fraser. The guy who was the suit actor for Pepsi Man, I think he went on to go doing like actual like stunts for like filming and whatnot.
No.
As I checked. I was like, hey, at least his career didn't go to waste.
No problem. Let's get moving.
Time to visit
Alright.
some immigrant aliens.
Whoa.
Yep. Hey, now.
Imagine if they made a Metroid anime and then they try to make like a Power Girl type power fantasy like Mulan or something for Captain Marvel and MCU. Imagine if they did that.
So basically, it would be the polar opposite of Metroid Other M.
Yeah, pretty much. You see, Samus was a character assassinated in Metroid Other M because you know, she was character assassinated. Instead, it was because she wasn't strong enough.
She wasn't a strong, independent whammon.
Yeah.
Whammon. We should just call women whammon
Okay.
from now on.
You should stop striving
let's
striving to be a mom.
Whammon. See
Let's
what that
stop-
whammon
Let's
did
stop with this
yesterday?
revisionist bullshit.
What is wrong with you?
No problem.
What is the game doing?
What is wrong with you?
I can't tell what you're talking about, and that's hilarious.
No problem.
Oh, and I got a funny story to tell. You guys want to know how my hyperactive theater reacted to Superman?
How?
So when it first started and Superman lands, someone loudly commented, and I'm quoting them on this. I'm not making this shit up. Oh, who wants to watch this shit? And the top row above the guy heard it and fucking laughed in unison. And that was the only audible reaction Superman had outside of some groans.
Oh, man.
That's so bad. And keep in mind, my theater was full of teenagers, kids, and adults alike. And there was no interest. Like, this should have been a smart decision.
You have failed us, pathetic Earthling.
Pairing the Superman extended preview to Minecraft, that should have been a no-brainer, but the preview's just bad. Am I wrong?
Just said, do you have any green cards?
Jesus Christ.
That's what James Gunn's saying right now.
The, like, we still don't officially have say on who's playing Jor-El. We had to find that out through a leak, right?
Yep, that's true. And then the Superman quote-unquote fans got mad that they got leaked.
That should have been part of one of the trailers, you know? No! Why is this here?
Oh, well, considering that the leak is true, it's probably haven't been confirmed because the one scene he has confirms that he's just a Saiyan wanting to take over Earth.
Yeah, but why would you not just film like fake footage with Bradley Cooper of him saying like one of
James
Jor-El's
Gunn's a
lines in the
fucking
comics?
idiot. James Gunn's a fucking
Bradley
idiot.
Cooper isn't even that would not as far from the guy I would cast as Jor-El.
Look, I can imagine
James
that
Gunn
Bradley
has
Cooper
such a
would do it.
huge ego that it's so shoved up his own ass real hard.
You know, James Gunn also canceled Superman and Lois because he didn't want any Superman to be out there but his.
And he hasn't canceled the Adventures of Superman because he's stealing ideas from it.
I get the distinct impression we might be seeing these nice little aliens again.
Apparently,
Spoiler alert, you do.
Fuck the aliens.
Surprise,
Literally.
man.
Anyway, I have to disconnect. It's like 4 a.m. right now.
Yeah,
Have a good
fair
one.
enough.
Alright, see you, Shinigami.
See you around.
Okay.
By the way, Kevin, you seem to have a habit of running into those anemones.
No!
Pretty are
God
very
damn
funny.
it.
What game are you playing, Alex?
Note the lack of surprise. Note the lack
Dude,
of.
aren't you watching his stream right now? He's playing Sonic Heroes.
I'm
Alex
not
is
watching
playing
the stream. You
Sonic
think I
Heroes.
watch our own streams? You're fucking funny.
Yeah.
Imagine watching our streams.
back here.
No, I'm joking. I'm not gonna continue the
Come
joke
on.
there.
Where are you, you son
Okay.
of a...
There you go.
Alex, we didn't ask you to stream it. Turn it off.
No.
Oh, you lagged
Come
bad
on.
there. I think that might have made your mic worse. Oh, now you're back to normal.
What?
Okay.
There we go. All right. Whatever news. Well, oh yes, I'm gonna go back to Superman. The only hope it has is that marketer they have, and I don't think that will save them.
Well, considering
There's
that
actually-
the movie is out in a couple of months, and we still have seen only bad things, I don't think there's any help.
James Gunn unbased crypto off of his poorly behaved dog.
There is 2 reports I want to mention. One report said
Because
that
crypto is
Warner
not
Brothers-
even as badly behaved as he is in the movie.
Crypto is supposed to have human average intelligence, so, you know.
Well, hang on. So one
He's not
thing
supposed
I
to just
know-
be
one-
jumping on
yeah.
Superman, causing him immense pain when he's already in pain.
Hang on. So there were 2 reports that came out. They're rumors, but I
Oh, dear.
somewhat believe them. The first report
I
was
seem to be
Warner
at
Brothers due to
a waste disposal plant.
Superman due to mixed reception to the test screenings. Warner Bros. Has cut over 20 minutes of Superman, and the cut will be under 2 hours, similar
No
to
Way Out.
Thor: Up Under.
Yeah, I was going to say, where have we seen this before?
Yeah. The second report, take this with a
Where have we
bigger
seen
grain.
this type of level design before?
I don't know how accurate this is, but this wouldn't be the first time. I'm gonna read directly, quote unquote. Warner Brothers is considering doing reshoots for Superman 3 months out from release, according to Chris Gore from Film Threat. I learned yesterday that they're arguing reshoot for Superman. It's very much a goofy Superman movie. I don't know if it'll sell to normies.
What's not gonna go well?
The Superman reshoots.
Yeah, and they're gonna
saying that Warner Brothers is allegedly planning on doing reshoots for a movie that releases in 3 months.
Yeah.
Because
wow,
yeah,
They did it with, and here's the
they're
thing, like,
fucked.
this is
They're
common
wasting
with
so much money
at
on
this point.
like
They're
they
wasting
did it
so
with,
much money on this.
They did it with Captain America.
At this point,
They
yeah,
did-
forget a billion. This needs to set box office fucking record.
Yeah, it needs to do as well as Minecraft at this point, or better.
Because if it can't
Actually,
do
no, it
that,
needs to do better than Minecraft.
well, there goes James Gunn's plans.
Here's the thing.
Probably.
Here's the
And
thing.
the goodwill.
movie-
There goes a
The
live-action
movie-
Judas contract.
The movie cost over 360 million after the original reshoots. If they do more reshoots, it's going to go over 400 fucking million.
And the only 2 versions of that story arc that I remotely liked were 2003 and 2017.
It's fucking ridiculous. Like,
So,
and at this point, it might not even
in
all
case you were
fall on
curious,
James Gunn,
is
because
the
Warner Brothers
the
is the one
2017
ordering
Judas
things
contract
now.
movie is actually really good.
yeah, I would.
I'm gonna do.
It's very stupid. This entire scenario is among the dumbest things I've ever seen because they obviously did not do enough like market research before they did this because people around the world are not happy that Henry Cavill is not coming back as Superman.
And yet people will insist that Zack Snyder has continuously said and that he has moved on when no, he hasn't.
See, the big thing is with all of, this nonsense.
Oh, and the more you insist that the Snyderverse is dead, you try to insist that the Snyderverse is dead, the more I'm thoroughly convinced that you are not gonna be, reasonable.
Alright. Do you guys hang on, Alex?
I'll
Do
be
you
right back,
want to
gentlemen.
know? I did the math again. I reduxed my math for Superman. Do you want to know how much it would need to break even if we were to assume that the budget is a straight 300 million?
So it would have to make 600 million, right?
750 million.
750. How do you?
Yeah,
figure that?
with the 60% feeders take, they would get 40% back.
With the theatrical cut.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's just to break even, Alex.
Yeah.
Do you want to know how much they would need to make double back their budget to make it a
Probably-
success?
Yeah, 1.5.
$1.5 billion.
Yeah.
Yeah. $1.5 billion to make more than double its budget back. To make it considered a success. That is fucking ridiculous. Do you want to know how much Minecraft needed to break even?
How
Less
much?
than that?
375 million. And it's probably already reached that.
Oh yeah, it made $300 million opening weekend.
Yep. Like, ridiculous numbers. Like, this might break 1 billion. It might break Mario's record if it can keep this going. And no one expected that. No one expected this movie to make that
Especially
much
considering
fucking money.
how fucking cringeworthy the trailers were.
Yeah, like the first trailer was a fucking disaster. I said, everyone else said this.
And
movie was
now I'm
gonna
a submarine.
But you want to know why I noticed the turning point was?
What?
The fucking Jack Black song for the movie.
I can imagine that. The Jack Black.
That's when I noticed. That was when the marketing and like Jack Black heavily
Except for
getting
when he
involved
doesn't.
started to turn things
I'm
around.
talking about the song, because Jack Black did a really good song for the Minecraft movie.
Phenomenal song.
And that was where.
That's what
people
convinced me
started
to get a
turning around
ticket.
on it. Yeah.
It was. Yeah, I've had it. I'm not gonna say much about
So,
the movie.
Alex, did the song go something like this? We played the first thing that came to our heads, and it just so happened to be the best song in the world. It was the best song in the world.
It's pretty close to being the best song in the world. It's got a lot of cool classic rock style riffs in it. Jack Black singing.
Look into my eyes, and it's easy to see. 1 and 1 make 2, 2 and 1 make 3. It was destiny. Once every 100,000 years or so, where the sun doth shine and the doth glow, and the moon doth glow. Oh, and you know, needless to say, the beast was
stand.
Oh,
Crack with his rubber tail.
and the beast was
down.
He asked us, "Be you
angels?"
And we
said nay.
We are but
men.
rock.
Summer
Tis not
Sing Up.
the greatest song in the world. No, this is just a
tribute.
Couldn't remember the greatest song in the world. No.
No, this is a tribute. No.
To the greatest song
in the world. All right.
To the greatest
song in the world. All right. It was the best motherfuckers of the greatest song in the world. All right.
You gotta do something about me. You gotta do something about me. I'm in your ship.
Alex, you don't do damage to those cannon in the shadow.
We're spamming the nuts.
You gotta hit the wings.
Yeah, I was trying to.
And now you gotta hit the craft. Where's Shadow?
Camera like this, guys. Oh, I was waiting for the game to give me control back, but apparently
You had control back earlier.
Control all along.
Wait, don't you mean like you got back chaos control?
Go sit in the corner. Think about what you did.
You're not my dad.
Time for a little revenge.
By the way, don't tell anyone I said this, but Yukiko Amagi's missing, so we assume that she must be the killer. Or and in case you were wondering, that's also from the Hi, I'm Daisy comics.
There we go. Egg Albatross is dead.
Oh,
but
now
so
you
am
gotta.
I.
Whee!
You.
No matter what. All right.
Alex, you messing with your controller sounds like you're jerking
Well, you'll
off.
take
Not
it.
me
Right.
messing with my controller. That's somebody else.
Who's doing that? Who's
Ah.
jerking off?
I don't know. Nope, not me.
It's
Wasn't
Alex.
me.
It's
Someone's
unimpressive.
playing with their
Unmatchable.
joystick.
For a split second, it sounded like you to the mic.
Okay.
That ain't me, I swear.
Okay,
You
so if
I'm
somebody,
Yes.
But,
I
I
mean-
whoever said it wasn't
okay, so
them,
if somebody
it sounded like
they
it
wanted
was
to earn any
Now, if I was playing like King of Fighters or Street Fighter, then I would have my
Okay,
arcade
so-
fight stick.
Oh, if anyone was to try to turn Batgirl against Nightwing, how would they go about doing it?
Probably shoot
What the
her in the
fuck?
spine and
What
say
the
that
fuck?
Nightwing did it.
Minecraft? Hang on. I
No,
loaded
no,
up
no,
the
no, no.
Minecraft
No,
launcher.
here's how
and
they would
loaded
do it.
connected with
First, they would
Discord.
shoot her in the
What the fuck?
first they would shoot her in the spine. Then
fuck?
they would show the sex tape between Nightwing and Starfire.
Starfire, yeah. Oh god, that's actually what happened in the fucking comic too.
I know.
So there really was a sex tape.
And Barbara Gordon's like, yes, there was. I was forced to watch it.
And now she's the lover.
Raven, Vic, I have to go and see this sex tape.
Tamaranians.
Eastwood-
God, are you kidding me right now?
No. Oh, no, Raven's like, Beast Boy, come with me. What?
Tamaranians. Tamaranians
Oh.
like it when
Right.
people watch.
Do they like it when people also join them?
Yes.
New 52, yes. And now the egg albatross is dead.
It's dead and there's blood everywhere.
There's the robot equivalent of blood everywhere.
What if it's just Eggman's blood?
I don't think Robotnik is capable of bleeding. I think he replaced all of his blood with oil.
Nah, that was
Yeah.
after Metal Sonic replaced him. The real Eggman still has blood.
By the way, this is the only boss as you could take on as a transformation.
Transformers.
Cars that trick your eyes.
Okay, so wrestling news, Kevin Owens will sadly not make it to WrestleMania due to a neck injury he
precious
received 4
spoils.
months ago.
Yeah, no, this is
Apparently
this is
they
an egg
weren't
robot.
sure. So apparently, according to Kevin Owens, they weren't able to figure out the issue with the neck injury until very recently, and apparently
Wait
it's
a
serious
second.
enough to.
Hang on, guys. During that
What?
last cutscene, do you know what song they were playing?
What?
They were playing the opening notes of "Never Turn Back" from Shout of the Hedgehog.
That's funny.
What the
Crap.
This is before.
But wait,
Shadow
Shadow the
came out.
Hedgehog came after Sonic Heroes,
I
didn't it?
know. Dun, dun,
So
dun,
Shadow the
dun,
Hedgehog copied it.
dun. I mean, both of them had music done by John Senua.
Mm.
I'm probably gonna die to this boss, aren't I?
Peak Darkside Kevin live stream.
Oh,
I don't know,
even.
but I think we're going to die. Save
Oh,
me,
don't
Superman!
Yeah.
I'm.
What do you
You
guys
could
think
very
about?
easily make a. This is how you don't play Sonic Heroes out of this video here.
There are supposed to be frogs in this jungle that can summon rain.
So hang on. So what do you
Seriously,
guys?
the boils have to be the glowing one?
Yep.
That is stupid.
It's basically a game of Simon Says.
No, it's not.
Simon Says this boil.
Now, I
Now
haven't
Simon
really
says,
been
"Yeah,
keeping up with
oil."
wrestling all that much, so I can't really say a whole lot about what's going on with Kevin Owens. I will say, I hope his neck gets better.
Yeah. So apparently, what exacerbated the issue was a match in January. It wasn't a Sami Zayn match. There were 2 matches he did in January. People are guessing it was his match with Rey Mysterio when they both jumped out of the ring, and it looks
Come
like
on.
Kevin did hit his neck area.
Hold still and let me shoot you.
Time for a little payback! Hold
So
still and let me shoot you. Fuck.
Unfortunately, it does mean that Randy
that's death
Orton
number
doesn't
one.
have a match anymore because he was going to
Well,
face
I'll
Kevin
step in.
Owens.
I'll step in. I'll do it.
Yeah, sure. Call it the
Potentially
WWE.
several.
Just call up the WWE and just say, I'll
You
do a
have Triple
match.
H's number. I'll do it.
It's 8675309.
Oh. Oh, that's
So-
why nobody ever calls him.
So there is a sort of backup plan
Okay.
that's currently starting. Let me see if I can find it. Hang on, let me see here.
And you want to know what the live reaction into Barbara Gordon seeing that tape was? She's like, "Why are you showing me this?"
I was going to say, "Oh, stupid, sexy Nightwing and Starfire."
They're both sexy. Stop it.
All right,
could have-
so
we
I found it.
Legitimately, we could create, you know, there a threesome between Barbara Gordon and Barbara Gordon, Starfire, and Nightwing would be like the most inclusive sex tape of all time.
Hang on. I found the report. So take this with a grain of salt. Alex, do you know Nick Aldis? I might be saying that wrong.
Yes, I know of him.
Yeah, he's an indie wrestler. He's currently the general of SmackDown. It says WWE is toying with the idea of Nick Aldis facing Randy Orton at WrestleMania, but they also have another plan in the works, which will be Nick hiring quote-unquote someone to destroy Randy Orton at Mania. In exchange, that someone will get a world title match in the future.
Like Popeye?
That makes sense story-wise, because Randy Orton keeps RKOing Nick, which is so funny.
I think the anglerfish is mistaken today for Talk Like a Popeye Day.
What?
Hang on, can we talk about how the most dangerous job in
Because
the world
it's Talk Like a Pirate Day.
is being a Raw or SmackDown manager?
Because you know what that means. Bojack now gets to correct all of you.
Because, like, if you're a manager at Raw or SmackDown, you are going to get murdered at some point.
Yeah, I was gonna say there was that whole plot where Teddy Long got. Damn it!
God damn it. Good old God damn it Napa.
By a car.
Yeah, I'm
Good
pretty sure
old God damn it, Napa.
I'm pretty sure
Good
one
old
of the
God
managers
damn it Napa.
God damn it, Napa, not now.
God damn it, Napa.
God damn it,
Napa.
Hey.
Okay, I'm pretty sure
Go Napa.
Finally, got him down to 0.
hang on. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I'm pretty sure one of the managers at Raw or SmackDown got sent to hell at some point. I would not want to be a manager at WWE.
So translation, go for the eyes.
Yes, go for the
Go
rest
for
of
the
his eyes.
eyes.
Go for Undertaker's eyes. That's his weakness.
But Undertaker doesn't have
Store all
any.
3 energy balls. Let's see what it's
Yeah.
going. Shoot the core.
Oh, so I don't remember what I was gonna say.
Oh god damn it! Well, that was entirely my fault there. That was
Heads
entirely
up.
on me.
Egg prices are
Well,
now
I
down.
finally killed him.
79%.
Well, that's good.
Nice. And now we've gotten the jiggy.
Oh, yeah. I have something written down here summed up as Switch 2 news gets increasingly fucked up. Alex decided not to believe anything until the console's actually out.
Oh yeah. the
Yeah,
Switch
pretty much.
2,
Oh my
along
god.
with- Oh yeah, I'm gonna talk about that. So when the Direct was first
Yep.
shown, it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of good exclusives. It
Yeah.
looked like a good deal, But the more information that came out after the direct, the worse the console looked and sounded in every direction.
So for those of you who don't
Starting.
Oh my god.
the game prices are going to be, most of them are going to be $80.
Yep, and
why
don't
are we doing this, Nintendo? I thought you were better than this.
Nintendo confirmed today that it was not tariffs. There are no tariffs involved.
You forget that Nintendo is the same company that hates emulators except for when they do it.
Yeah, and it's worse.
Double standard.
Which is ironic because the Mario 3D All-Stars collection were running via emulation, apparently.
Yep.
The Zelda collection on GameCube ran via emulation.
Yep.
Even though.
Yeah, they only support emulation if it's beneficiary.
And now we play a game.
And here's the thing, like it's very much evident that they're very much using the emulators for Switch that they sued last year as the baseline for the Switch 1. Or Switch 2, I should say, for when it comes to backwards compatibility.
It would be hilarious if the Switch 1 compatibility layer used had the same glitching as Yuzu did.
Yes.
You're right, it would be hilarious. So
I don't think it's likely, but it would be funny.
It would be funny. So
yeah. But it explains why the compatibility has issues, because it's not real backwards compatibility. It's emulated compatibility.
So real backwards compatibility has issues like that too, though.
Oh, okay.
So the PlayStation 1,
Oh, you know what? Yeah, you're right, because I do remember some consoles having issues.
Yeah,
the only one I believe that hadn't had issues was
God for homing missiles.
PS games.
So the PS2.
If only companies made games to be properly optimized, so we wouldn't have these kinds of issues.
You had issues running certain PS1 games because one of the chips that they used in the... You need to stop running off the fucking platform, Omega.
Yeah, Alex, you did that. I'm sorry,
Omega's
man.
like, I cannot help it. The
does not compute.
I was pointing him in the opposite direction, and his combo just kept going.
No, Alex, here's the thing. Omega is like Sarge. He's going to pick a fight with gravity.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Anyways.
Now I'm suddenly imagining... Now my head...
Had issues running it. Sorry. The PS2 had issues running certain PS1 games due to the fact that...
Worthless consumer models.
One of the chips that they used for the original PlayStation had been changed, and so some of the games either don't run well or don't run at all. And then for the PS2 Slim, there's some PS2 Slims that can't run Final Fantasy Tactics.
That's stupid.
So dumb.
Yeah, I know.
That's hilarious, though.
It's also a chip issue. And the same thing, there was a chip in the original Xbox that got discontinued. So Microsoft had to rush out Xbox 360s to fill the market. That's why it came out so much earlier before the Wii and PS3 did.
And with all of the bugs and the Red Ring of Death.
Oh god. Man, if you think the Red Ring was bad, the PS3s, all of them are basically ticking time bombs.
Mother.
Really?
Fuck.
Don't remind me.
Sadly, yes.
Mother of God!
Wait a minute. How?
Oh my god! Don't even on the original model and the Slim model. It is
the power of bullshit.
There's a software glitch where it will just self-destruct and no longer work. And Sony wasn't able to fix it. for
response. What
years.
do you want from
They
me?
never fixed it on the PS3 actually, because the guys who made the software were never able to fix it. It wasn't really Sony's fault.
And as
It was
tempted
like,
as I am to want to
Alex,
play the
do
rest
you
of the
remember
game
what it
like
was?
this
The company that made
submarine,
like chips for them.
I have to say goodbye to it.
Only vaguely.
Yeah, it was with the Super Slim.
Because I wish I could have asked what Wumba, could we make this submarine walk on land?
With the Super Slim,
So
they
that way we
kind
could
of
just fire
fixed it,
missiles at
dude.
everything.
They did negate it. The only issue with the Super Slim is that it's made of cheap plastics and
So a
it's
bunch of
just
the- yeah.
horrible built. And like it's the best of the 3 models, but the fact that it's a piece of shit that's the best is kind of an issue.
Yeah, software-wise, it's the best. Hardware-wise, no, sir.
Yeah, the thing with the Xbox is that there's at least models that fix the red ring of death, like the black models. They pretty much fixed that issue,
Well, they fixed
somewhat.
it. Like, it's got a better cooling system. No, you need to stop charging. I just wanted to punch what was right in front of me.
Omega's like,
saw
fuck
that.
you, Gravity.
Oh my
I will
God,
destroy
Alex.
you.
It's no use. Hey, Rouge did the it's no use before Silver did.
But yeah, like back to the Switch 2. There are
So
a
why
lot
did
of
you
issues
choose to
with
do
that
Sonic
console.
Heroes of all games?
Outside of the fucking game prices, which are absurd, the
there goes
battery
Omega.
life is also atrociously bad.
Okay, yeah, so
The
let me-
battery life is, and this is a quote from Nintendo, at minimum 2 hours, and at max 6.5 hours.
To make matters worse, it's straight up the LCD screen they're using, which I'm like,
Yeah.
you guys could have should have opted with the OLED if you guys want.
We know
more
that
efficient.
they're only doing LCD because they can charge a bigger buck for the OLED edition in like 2 or 3 years.
Also,
That's just the fact.
At that point, you're just like, they're giving me an incentive, like, to get the
Yeah, just
Steam
not
Deck
buy
instead.
it. It's just
no.
I
The
think-
Steam Deck doesn't have HDR support. So
no, it does. It does. I have it. It says HDR.
not on the. So it has to be something.
No, it doesn't. I have HDR portably. No, it doesn't. I have, dude. Yes, I do. I have a Steam Deck. I can literally turn on the HDR. No, Alex, shush. I have a Steam Deck. I can have HDR turned on portably.
Stop talking, because I know what it's doing. It's turning. There is an HDR setting in some stuff. So, like Windows 10 has a quote HDR setting that isn't true HDR, or it's the same thing on the Steam Deck. Heck, it's not, they're not running Windows, but it's like an HDR emulation thing, and it causes the colors to have like increased dynamic range in some areas, but it also causes severe black crush and some kinds of some of them will have.
That never
Who's mashing
happened.
buttons?
I don't know what issues you're talking about, but that's not what's happening on the Steam Deck.
Someone's mashing the buttons.
Oh, oops. Sorry.
Like I said, it's not necessarily what's going on Steam Deck, but it's not true HDR because it's not a true HDR screen.
I think you're thinking of the LCD.
Does anybody remember, or that one time when Banjo and Kazooie?
The LCD. The OLED model is another thing entirely. Like the OLED model. OLED has. Because
Yes, no,
OLED
I'm looking
has
at it right now. It does say the OLED model does feature an HDR OLED display.
Okay,
The OLED model does support HDR. It's the LCD model that does not.
Okay, because on non HDR LCD displays, there is a sort of a weird HDR emulation mode that some companies will try and use, and it looks really fucking weird.
Yeah, that's not what's happening here, thankfully. The Steam Deck does support HDR if you have the OLED model. If you have it. Which is a better price than the Switch 2. Anyways, so another thing that came out, and this is also.
I've been trying to talk about this, and you keep wittering on about all this other stuff, dude. Let me talk about this, because I was leading into something, and you kept talking about this. So anyway.
Sorry. Keep going.
So, something that people noted during the Nintendo Direct was the Steam, not Steam. Too much fucking talk about Steam. Steam is irrelevant. I'll take it from here. So, anyways. Yeah, so there's a... Oh, thank you, Shadow. That's very helpful. So, one thing that was announced is Switch 2 versions... Whoosh! Anyways, something that was announced is Switch 2 versions of existing Switch 1 games. And among those were, Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, etc. Now, the Direct kind of implied that those games were going to be... They were going to be Switch 2 cartridges with the Switch 2 upgrade for the game on the cartridge. Now, a website listing has said, no, they won't be.
I'll take it from here.
And now somebody has actually contacted Nintendo, and Nintendo has said, yes, they will be. And a French website, I believe it's French Amazon, says that everything is included on the cartridge. So,
yeah, this situation is confusing because Nintendo's is either saying it doesn't or it does. They keep changing it.
Nintendo said both of those things, yes.
Yeah. It's weird. I think what's happening is that they originally said no, got huge amounts of backlash, and now I think they're trying to damage control. Whether or not they're like going to reverse course on it or not, I can't really say for sure. We won't know until it comes out, and that's an issue.
I'm gonna wait for somebody to buy those and open them up and see, because it
also could be a regional issue.
Yeah, it could be a regional thing. The Direct said one thing. The videos, the packages in the video and at the convention where they were shown off said something else. The actual an actual email somebody got from Nintendo says that everything's on the cartridge, including all...
And another email said the opposite beforehand.
And then the Amazon listing says that it's all included. So I don't know who to believe. I don't know what to believe. And frankly, I don't care enough to go whole hog, because I'm just gonna wait for a price drop anything.
Like what I'm thinking, I'll get. Let me talk about the other issues. The new Joy-Con are $90. Yeah, the new Joy-Cons do not. Hang on. The new Joy-Cons do not have the Hall effect scanners, which help prevent stick drift. Oh, I didn't hear you say it.
Yes, because you were too busy interrupting me to say it.
No, I was talking first and you interrupted me. Because I started talking about the sticks.
Let me go ahead and say this. So
if you want to hear this riveting conversation, and go watch Alex's stream.
They've increased the price of the Joy-Con. They've taken away the IR sensor, which isn't that big of a deal, because like the IR sensor wasn't used for hardly anything. But it's still, bigger Joy-Cons, less features, higher price. And
yeah, and what else happened? I'm looking for the list of things that happened.
Say anything yet. I'm mad at the game.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were done.
No, when I freeze like that, it's because something happened in the game that made me angry.
I'll take it from here.
Annihilation. Fire.
I'll take it from here.
So they're using non-Hall effect joysticks, which are
Why?
drifting. Don't know why. They've had plenty of opportunities to upgrade this, and they haven't.
The main reason I can tell you why they didn't.
It's not like Hall effect joysticks.
Money.
No, it's not like Hall effect joysticks are expensive, dude.
Oh, I know, but Nintendo's cost cutting.
Okay, we've gotten
Really?
everything that we can at Jolly Roger's.
It's not a matter of
Let's
cost,
get out of
Hall
here.
effect joysticks. They probably just have a bunch of Hall effect joysticks left over, kind of like how they shipped out a bunch of Wii remotes with Wii Motion Pluses rather than shipping out Wii Mote Pluses. Because even though it's technically like it's the same amount of, the same kind of things, they just want to clear stock essentially.
And they realized, oh shoot, we're not selling.
Dollars to dimes, that's what that is. Dollars to dimes, that's what their whole attempt to run the Switch.
I'll take it from here.
To run the Switch 2 with the Switch 1 cartridges is, you know.
Oh yeah, and hang on, there's also the carts with no games on it, but install.
Alright.
Unfortunately, that's been a thing since the Switch 1.
Yes,
Looks
well,
at-
not
I
with
mean,
the Switch
For-
1.
Fortnite.
Actually, let me correct you on this. No, let me correct you. For
you're
the
not
collection,
gonna
like,
correct
for
me on this
example, let me
because
give a direct example. Let me give a direct example.
Does not have to
Hang on. Let me explain. With the Switch 1, it's completely different. With some of the games, it either came with like a code with no card, or a part of the collection. Like for example, Resident Evil 4, 5, 6 collection on Switch physical.
I'm already unlocking.
You only get
And
a
Revelations
card-
1 and 2.
Hang on. You only get a card for 4. You get a code for 5.
I'm already
and 6.
unlocking the 7th world
There
in
was
this game.
no empty cards. You would not get an empty card and have to download the entire thing. This is new for the
No, it's
Switch.
not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Because I
Yes,
own
it
the Metal
is.
Gear Solid collection, and there's no games on that disc. On that cartridge.
There's
And for the record, Rhino, this wouldn't really be considered a DSP. This is how you don't play because, as for one thing, I'm not just saying things like lag or whatever.
Oh, no wonders our games feel too
Nintendo's
easy.
advertising it as like a brand new thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's
I'm
doing
not
more
constantly
damage
blaming
to the Switch
the entire
2 than-
game on my on whatever's
Ben,
going on.
Ben, I need you to stop for a second and listen to me about this, because the 2K games on Switch, they've been essentially coaster carts. The various
Yeah,
stuff
those
like,
games are online only, so it's not too surprising.
Yeah.
There's also a reason why the WWE games are on Switch, because I couldn't get them to work.
Yeah, LA Noire isn't on the cartridge. Like it contains like 10 gigabytes of install data, and the rest of it has to be downloaded. XCOM 2, that is, it's got like 10 gigs of whatever. I think it might be less than that actually. You can't play the BioShock collection without downloading stuff from the internet. Like, you can't even play BioShock 1 without downloading from the internet. Like, this is not
Actually, I was able to play it without downloading anything.
I have it. I couldn't.
That's
talking
weird.
about on-
I don't know
I'm
why.
talking
The
about
first
on
game to
Switch,
play, it's the other 2 games that needed to be installed.
Yeah, it didn't. BioShock 1 refused to play for me before I installed everything.
What the fuck? That's
It might
dumb.
have been. It might have been that there was like some kind of update or something. But the point is, they actually have done stuff like this where they've reissued the cartridges with less stuff on them.
That's a
No,
little
no.
bull.
Yeah. But this is not a new thing. Like, there are... If you look at any Switch game that says... internet connection download required, a lot of those will be like, you gotta download essentially the entire game. And that's more common than you think. There are cartridges like that all over the place. This Switch game cartridge thing, that's labeling them. That's better. That's better than
Nope.
having than just saying, being like, oh, it's like every other thing. Like, this is a different.
Rhino, for the record, the conversation interactions are happening on Alex's stream, not on my stream because I have been muted.
Well, I don't have access to his channel, so.
You can.
It's on the Twitch channel.
You can go to the Twitch.
Well, okay, well, where is the Twitch channel?
Twitch.tv/membergroup.
Why would you eat the beaker?
What?
I was gonna say something else, but anyway, what was? Oh yeah, so what I was gonna reply back to you with you
Like, dude drinks downs the entire invisibility potion, and but then he eats the beaker as well.
Nintendo is.
It reminds me of Ryder from Fate Zero, the abridgment of Fate Zero.
And what's the term Nintendo's using for it? I can't remember.
Hey Ryder, I thought we were all out of chips. Also, fuck you for eating all the chips. Yeah, well, you know, ow. Wait, what? What are you? Ryder! Ooh, what's happening? Are you eating glass? Yes. Am I not supposed to? No, Ryder! No! The future is hard. For context sake,
Alex,
Big Ryder was eating broken shards of the glass beer bottles.
Hey Alex, what were you? What is the thing called? What was Nintendo advertising it as? Yes. Well, no, wait, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
look!
okay.
Hey, Jam Jars, give us our last egg.
And that's, like, frankly, that's a good thing that they're doing this, because it means that you can't just masquerade a glorified download card as a real game.
The only issue is that they're encouraging these.
Oh, that's everything Jam Jars needs to teach you.
And that's leading to a fucking 3DS game not being on the card at all, and that's really bad. And that's making Nintendo indirectly look worse with this console.
That would have happened anyways. This is Square we're talking about. They didn't.
I know it's Square, but Nintendo should be enforcing them to use the carts, even if it means investing in them. The fact that they're doing this is a really bad
so
no matter what they do.
Before we get deep into Pterodactyl Land, which is the next world we're gonna be spending a lot of time in, I want to learn one move world, and then we're gone.
But outside of what else? What else went wrong with the Switch 2?
So if you guys have ever ever played Conker's Bad Fur Day and there was a dinosaur level?
Yes.
Kind of like that, only weirder. Please let this be the right move. Please let this be the right move. Yes!
Boing boing.
Okay, this is all we're gonna get here, and then we're gonna go to the next world.
Okay, so when Nintendo...
There's a failure.
Aha!
Alright, so we got the springy step shoes. We're gonna leave, but we're gonna come back. Why? Because there's one more pair of shoes we need. Yes, there's another pair of Nikes we need in this game.
Claw clamber boot.
Yeah, my bad. I should have muted that. Yeah, that one.
So when Nintendo did their Treehouse events a day after the Direct,
alright,
their entire chat was nothing.
And this time we're in. Alright, giggity giggity.
Their entire chat was nothing but drop the price.
Can resist.
For hours.
This area is called Quagmire.
And you want to know what Nintendo did with those streams after they were finished? They deleted them to hide the chat logs.
Alright.
And how bad it made them look, but the news already got a hold of it. And conveniently, Nintendo announced
Welcome to
that
Grunty
there's
Industries
pre-orders.
with Open Bar.
Definitely. And I would not. One of two things is going to happen. Nintendo's either going to double down on the pricing and take the loss, which I think will happen, or they're going to cut the price and take the loss but get more sales as a result. It's really hard to say which one happens. I think they're going to double down on it and be stupid because Nintendo's being very arrogant.
Like Sony was at one point.
Oh yeah, they might be worse than Sony in that regard.
Really, can we just all agree that the era of consoles is just coming at its end?
No, no, it's not.
Thankfully,
Yeah,
PC gaming
there'll be its ups
is a
and downs.
PC gaming is a never-ending race for crap that nobody asked for. Like, fucking.
Well, so was the Nintendo Wii. What are you talking about?
The Wii was actually positioned to get a niche market that people were after, and hell, like that was really popular. Like we're talking about like Party Game Central for over 10 years, man. We're not talking about a situation like fucking DLSS and RTX and all this other garbage that. See, we've got.
You just don't want to put in the effort for a PC build, do you?
Dude, I have
No,
a fucking gaming PC
is
right
not
here.
really worth it.
I have a gaming PC right here. It's what I'm playing this on. Like, I ain't playing this in widescreen at 4K with a GameCube. Hell no.
The thing is that consoles will always be around because for somewhat of the most part, they are more affordable. PCs cost thousands of dollars.
Yeah. And people.
The only affordable PC you could get for the same price as the other consoles is the Steam Deck.
Yeah. The Steam Deck is the big thing.
Yeah. The Steam Deck is like the new kid in town.
You know what'll be the next big thing?
Yeah.
Spider-Man out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah, PC gaming is a never-ending race for like it's an uphill climb for features that nobody asked.
Well, we have a way in.
And it's also features that you can ignore.
No, it's not, because you have to be constantly running through. If you want to play the latest games well on PC, you have to have a computer that's like above average at the very least. Like my laptop can't run modern games, and it's got a good enough graphics card. It's got like a 1050 in it, and it's got decent specs, but because of never-ending bloat, developers are persistently rather than making themselves using the features that are available to them to make the games better. They're always.
That's an issue with the companies, dude.
It's an issue with not having those things. Like we can say it's an issue with not, but if you say, okay, I'm gonna make this for this spec, I'll take it from here, and I'll make it for this spec, and then we can do, we can play this thing on here. Like, you can make that work, but developers use the fact that your PC has however much RAM to not patch up memory leaks and things like that. Like, oh, we're using 8 gigabytes out of 16 for no fucking reason, even though all the assets and code and AI and whatnot should only use about 3. Well, it's not really hurting anything because the average computer has like 16 gigs of RAM, so we'll just say that. People, this isn't an argument from laziness, this isn't an argument from cheapness, this is an argument from like developing for PC is bad for gamers, it's bad for developers, and it's bad for the industry as a whole. And it always has.
That sounds more like an issue with people just being fucking incompetent.
No,
Yeah.
no, it
Yeah,
isn't.
no, the games industry is not run by... The games industry is not run by competent individuals. We know this. Like
That would imply a lot of things.
EA exists. Like, these companies are... These companies are run by... And I'm a computer, right? Computer programmers are lazy as shit. We don't want to have to fix something if we don't have to.
I'll take it from here.
Which is I wonder why we have even AA games that run like shit.
Yeah.
I'll take it from here.
Well, there's
The main issue, another
RPG Maker games that run like hell, even though those games are made, you know, those are 2D games.
Here they come.
Yeah, okay. Here's a PC issue I had recently. My photo app just stopped working because Windows broke it with an update.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that's the thing.
people have been having
That's
this
the thing
issue
that
since
happens.
October.
Let's check somewhere else.
And again, fucking, it's just a PC thing. This shit happens. And I don't know why.
Even though it shouldn't.
Oh, yeah,
It
no,
really
there's no way
shouldn't.
it should. That doesn't mean it's not going to, and that's... Linux
I have
is...
to switch PNG to use the Paint app now because the photo app will no longer work because PC just kind of sucks sometimes. And that's the thing, like that's why Steam Deck is so popular because it is a PC but simplified to a console level.
And here's the thing, you can make things easier, simpler, more reliable without becoming Apple, you know? And you know, Apple, fuck, if you're gaming on a Mac, I'm sorry.
No, I don't do Mac.
No, I'm just saying, like...
Neither do
everybody
I.
out there is gaming on a Mac, I'm sorry for you, because the era where gaming on a Mac was feasible was...
The mechanism trips the way when the
a
shadow
long fucking time ago. God damn it.
A long fucking time ago in a galaxy far fucking away.
And here's the thing, there are Power Macs from back then. There are Power Macs from the from that particular era that I'm talking about that can still run, you know, decently, you know, recent-ish games.
I'll take it from here.
Because you can't get into everything anymore.
I'll take it from here.
And that's unfortunate, but you know.
Level up.
That's Apple.
It does make me. I will say, I think the most
Apple
dangerous
doesn't like to play well with others.
I think the most dangerous thing to Apple and Microsoft would be like a Valve-based console that's like.
I don't know what to say about that.
Fully big outside of the Steam Deck. I'm talking like an actual console people can use as a computer and a console. And I feel like that's coming sooner rather than later. And it's going to be a huge fucking deal when it
I certainly
happens.
hope so. SteamOS is something that if it could run like Premiere and stuff like that, I'd be alright with that.
I'm pretty sure it can, yeah.
I'm just saying, like, if it can do all what I need, like, if it can get my emulators running, if it can play, like, stuff off of God.
Oh yeah, MU Deck has all the emulators you'll need. Who fucking joined?
Gizmo.
Gizmo!
Gizmo in the house!
Gimzo.
It's Gizmo in the house,
Gimzo, we missed
baby!
you.
You just joined up at a time when we're arguing about PC gaming.
Oh, Jesus.
And Rhino might have accidentally gotten it.
Yeah, and lots of racial slurs at some point. I missed it.
Rhino,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to ask that Rhino not be anywhere near detection of steroids.
Also, someone at some point said the forbidden word tax evasion, so we're gonna have to edit that out.
Oh no!
Oh no, you just said it again.
Ah shit, you're gonna have to censor that out.
God damn it!
Sorry,
I was
you're right.
trying to activate Team Blast and it didn't work. Anyways, hey Gizmo.
Hey, well, unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be entering that whatever the hell contest anytime soon.
That's unfortunate.
Is your
Yeah,
video
well,
coming along well?
sorta. I'm still writing the script, and I'm figuring out what else to take out and put in.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
I do have full gameplay.
Proofread it. Let me know.
Yeah, thank you for that. That will be.
No problem.
I might need help looking for other images if that time ever comes, but as far as I can tell, I think I'm just gonna stick to the rules that were set for ASA and just go, do what, the hell with it. I might as well just go with it.
That's a good set of parameters for a video anyways.
Look, there's Vela.
Yeah, man, it's just, it took me a while to think of something to review, and then the moment I thought of it, it's just, boom, internet out.
Ouch.
Yeah, that happens. Okay, so Gizmo.
Yeah.
So one bit of cruel and unusual all punishment that Barbara Gordon and would be subjected to via the Joker is what.
She has to watch Dick Grayson and Coriander's sex tape.
Yep.
Excuse me?
Oh, I'm sure
it's not like anyone stuttered.
And then he finds out that she's in.
Oh, you'll get a kick out of this.
You get a kick out of this.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was that insensitive after I fucked up your legs?
And then,
Well, I'm sure it probably is insensitive.
and then Joker finds out that Barbara Gordon is actually unsure how to feel about it because she can't. Because he's very confused.
Ah, what the hell? I'll laugh at it anyway.
All right, now we get.
Do I use the big rock?
And now we get the. Now we get the last set of Nikes in this game.
I'm confused. Do I still use the big rock?
Oh god.
That was a bit rather unexpected.
So Gizmo, next section of Batman the Animated Series we'll be doing is more on season 4. So because we're on the new adventures with Batman and Robin.
Also known as the Red Sky season, and the season where I become Nightwing.
Oh, Alex,
Nightwing.
to correct, the Dante guy is just the creator
I hear
of the
Nightwing.
Amazon show.
The what now?
The Dante cosplayer at the Raw show is just the creator of the anime.
It's the season where
Yeah, look in the broadcast chat and you'll see it. You also
The
see
anime.
we were briefly talking about the Devil May Cry series. Is moral of the story: it sucks and don't watch it.
Why is
Yeah,
he
don't
wearing
watch it.
the
I watched
Predator
it with
jacket?
Alex.
Or no, that's the Beat It jacket. Actually, no.
Speaking of Michael Jackson, I found out something today I never noticed until someone brought it up. You know the Thriller album, right? Where he's got that white jacket on?
Yeah.
Well, the red jacket, but yeah.
No, the white jacket is the
No, the album cover.
Oh,
Yeah, the
so
cover.
it's a different jacket on the album.
yeah.
No, dude.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
a different
so
jacket
what?
on the album cover.
So on the album cover, he's wearing like his white suit, the white pants, white jacket. I noticed. I did not notice this until someone brought it up. He wore a hoodie underneath that jacket.
Yeah, a zip-up hoodie underneath the jacket. Michael Jackson was ahead of his time.
I did not notice that until someone brought it up. I'm like, no, he's not wearing a hoodie. I thought it was like a black T-shirt or a black dress shirt. So I paused. So I looked up an image. I'm like, oh, that is that is a hoodie.
So,
oh my god,
I'm going to analyze this.
I was like, what the hell?
Here.
Oh my god, that photo looks like his eyebrows are that bushy.
He looks so depressed.
He does.
Look like.
So there is a photo. There's a photo of me, probably, I think it was around like 15 years old, 14 or 15 years old, dressed up as Dante. I had, I did a better job. It wasn't that great because I didn't have a whole lot of money, but I made the guns. I had a shirt that fucking fit me. And I just had my, the bleach didn't take well my hair, so I just wore my hair as is, so, because, for stuff like that, you gotta test it, and it didn't test well, so I was just like, fuck it, I'm not gonna make my hair go white for this. And now, 12 years later, my hair is starting to turn white anyway, so. I'm 27 years old, and I've got white hairs all over.
You're getting old before your time.
I'm 31, man.
And I turned
30.
And I turned 33 last month.
Oh, guys, if you look in chat,
Yep.
you'll see Jesus H. Christ at the Raw event.
We're all getting old.
I forgot to put the thing away.
Not getting any younger.
Jesus Christ, superstar. Do you think you're what they say you are?
It sucks I can't play the clip of that right now.
Look at you, don't understand why in that things you did it so out of hand. You'd have managed better if you'd had it planned. Why'd you choose such a backwards time in such a strange land?
This will do.
I always am weirded out by the fact that Jesus Christ. My only exposure to Jesus Christ Superstar was quite literally the 2000s version. My mom was weirded out by Judas rapping, and she was like,
I couldn't help. Sorry.
Yeah, she learned her lesson. People keep on trying to trick her.
That's not. And she's like, that's not the 70s movie. He's like, no, it's not.
She was all like, boy, am I glad I didn't see this one because she's seen better, or according to her.
It's also seen better.
What?
Comic Book Universe Online Database.
Where we look at any new characters, whether they be mineral, vegetable, human, or just the fucking rock over there by your foot.
Well, I am the best example of a modern Major General.
And the first character we have here is Rexplode from Image Comics.
Oh boy, interesting timing.
Scotty Too Hottie from WWE.
Yeah.
Hakeem the Mantis from Game of Death. Lucy McLean from the Fallout to Amazon Prime show.
I thought you were going to say Hakeem the African Dream, and I was about to say,
Nah, that's a different guy.
Yeah.
Malone from Dragon Ball Z. No, that's not right.
Yeah,
Resurrection F.
Oh,
Resurrection F.
Oh.
Yeah, the game.
I was
anyway.
about to say. Ooh.
Gerd, Gurd, from Lost Kingdoms. Gil Gunderson from The Simpsons. Fearless Fly from Milton the Monster show.
Oh, from DBZ Kakarot, right.
Yeah. Alpine from G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe.
You mean
Fletcher-
G.I. Schmo?
Fletcher Reed from Liar Liar.
Oh, okay.
Jim Carrey?
Yes.
How many entries does he have?
He's just been submitted, so I'm guessing they're saving until like the draft.
No, I'm saying like like Jim Carrey as an actor. Does he have because
he's got
from the Mask is probably in there, right?
Oh yeah, the Mask is definitely in there. Ace Ventura's in there. Not sure about anyone else though. Well, Stars and Stripes is not really a fucking Jim Carrey character, but he should be in there regardless. Boneyard from Marvel Comics. No, that ain't right. Ah, there you go. Malibu Comics. Ball Attack from Himitsu Sentai Gorenger.
Oh, Go Ranger. Go
Ranger.
Not Go
Ranger. Okay.
Go Ranger.
Yeah.
Shinra Kusakabe from Fire Force.
Okay.
The blue-haired lawyer from The Simpsons. Doesn't he have a name?
I was going to say, I thought he had a name. I don't remember what it is, but I would have sworn he had a name.
Octane from Transformers. The TIE Defender from Star Wars. Magolor from Kirby.
Ooh, underrated villain.
Veronica Cale from DC Comics. The Hyper Chicken Lawyer from Futurama. Liberty from Marvel Comics.
Not Liberty from the Tick.
No, that's someone else entirely.
That's unfortunate. I like Liberty from the Tick.
Superia from Marvel. I do too. Oh, I'm mostly a Batman well guy. Superia from Marvel Comics. Savika from
is a great example of how to do just about everything right.
Batmanuel. Savika from Arcane. James Stamphill from Murder in the First.
What
Rudy
the hell
S.
Is that?
I think that's a movie. Rudy S. Baylor from The Rainmaker. Randy Meeks from Scream. King Cosma from The Girl Who... Oh, no, that's not it. It looks familiar. From Summer Wars. Okay. Oh, fuck. Hulkette from Marvel Comics.
Oh, dear.
Lady Dragon from Miraculous Tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir. Mehome Anastasia from The Acolyte. Bloodline Brielle Brooks from Marvel Comics. Eagle from Miraculous Tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir.
I thought I killed that thing. Oh,
Ferocia Osha and Isaiah from The Acolyte.
Is that the Star Wars show, or is that something else?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Yes, that's the Star Wars show. Hellrune from Marvel Comics. How do you... Alia Cesare from... I think that's how you pronounce it. From Miraculous Tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir.
It's
a lot of miraculous...
It's a fucking French show. I don't know how to pronounce this stuff.
A lot of Ladybug characters here. The Stranger Khmer from The Acolyte. You know, the guy who headbutted lightsabers.
Yeah, that...
Fucking stupid. Fucking stupid.
You know, I like the concept of somebody in Cortosis armor using it to fuck up their opponent's lightsabers. I just wish it would have covered more of his fucking body.
I wish it would have covered, like, somewhere that made more sense than the head. Like, okay, granted, the head is more of a safety thing, because, you know, decapitation and whatnot.
Oh, have
but,
it cover his whole fucking body. Just have...
But fucking, like, headbutting lightsabers is not as cool as it sounds.
If it covered every inch of his body, you could make that.
It should have. It should have either covered his entire body, or in addition of the head piece he's got, should have also covered his wrists and ankles or hands and feet.
Well, yeah.
Because it's more badass to just swipe away a blade or kick away a blade rather than fucking headbutting it like that.
Well, imagine if he had a fucking Cortosis glove. He could have grabbed the lightsaber out of the air.
Yeah, he could have grabbed it. Yeah.
Missed opportunities.
The whole
man.
fight scene, the whole fight scene of him headbutting lightsabers is so stupid. Anyway, moving on. For fuck. Okay.
Oh, you're gonna get Jacob
Kid
Suggs
Juggernaut
in your case.
from Marvel Comics. Kid
Not that I
Juggernaut
care
from
if we
Marvel
get-
Comics.
If we get that fucking shill on our channel, on our case about this, because he's a fucking idiot.
I don't want no shills on this
Oh.
channel.
Who are we talking about?
We could hit 1 billion. I don't want no shills here.
Jacob T. Suggs. He's infamous for being like just a giant Star Wars shill. Everything Star Wars, he just likes.
Oh, so Kevin Smith.
Don't fall.
Kinda.
Well, anyway, Kid Juggernaut from Marvel Comics. Don't ask me. Don't ask me.
Yeah.
Ianu from Ianu, Child of Wonder. Fern from Power Rangers Dino Fury, or Cosmic
Oh, the
Fury,
show that literally killed the
however you like.
franchise.
You wanna, Yeah, fuck Disney. I don't want to reboot like that. They're gonna ruin everything. Jackie Lawn from The Acolyte.
What the hell is going on here?
Spider-Girl Makawalu Akana from Marvel Comics. How many spider
Hawaiian
people?
Spider-Girl.
I mean, is there really anything to swing on in Hawaii like that? I mean, sure.
Trees?
Alright. I gotta
Trees
get
are
going,
not
guys.
that big.
Dinner is
Alright,
ready.
see ya.
Have a good one.
Take care. Don't.
Okay. Birdie the Duck from Marvel What If.
What?
Black Orchid from DC Comics.
Okay.
Maestro from Doctor Who. And finally, the fuck is this design? Phantasma from Marvel Comics. And in terms of battles going on right now, or just matchups, because, they could literally have it as anything. Let me see here. Battles in progress.
What are you doing?
Rated battles. Oh, wait. Let me go to the ones I've already been done with. Inferno versus Blaze. Blaze wins by 3 votes. Kelsey Winslow versus
Hypnotoad?
Hypnotia. Hypnotia wins by 3 votes. Muse from Marvel Comics versus Professor Pig. Muse wins by 3 votes. Weapons Merchant from Resident Evil 4 versus Vincent Gambini versus Jackie Chills. Jackie Chills wins by 1 vote.
I need to know what the scenario was there. What was that?
Let me see. I'm curious too. Oh, okay. I can't access it. Not easily, anyway. Let me see if I can access it through, like, archives. Archives! Okay, I'll just type it in.
Oh my god, that was almost terrible.
There has to be like a... No, that can't be it. It can't be like a suing the weapons merchant guy, is it? Okay.
Hey, maybe weapons guy.
Hey, maybe weapons guy, and this is my weapon.
It costs 400,000.
Okay, here you go. Weapons merchant versus Vincent Gambini versus Jackie Chills.
I may not be smart, but I've yet to see anyone outsmart Bullet.
Professor Xavier could outsmart a bullet.
He could use his telepathic power. He could use his telekinetic powers to just make the bullet curve around his head.
So the merchant is arrested.
Okay.
So the weapons merchant is arrested, and he has to choose between who's his lawyer.
Okay.
Vincent Gambini or Jackie Chills.
I vote.
Here's what I'm confused by. Why does the weapons merchant have his own slot?
What are you buying? What are you selling? Got a selection of good things on sale, stranger. You know, I love how the remake of RE4 has the guy emulate Paul Mercier's voice as the merchant.
Oh wow, okay, so the guy did the match twice. First was Jackie Chills that one, and the second one, Vincent Gambini won. Erdnot Rex versus
Versus who now?
Jungle Hunter the Predator. Erdnot Rex wins by 2 votes. Nancy Wheeler versus Christy Cotton. Nancy Wheeler wins by 2 votes. Sabine Wren versus Chrysalis Alien. Sabine wins by 4 votes. Jill Johnson versus the Bee.
You do not discount the Krogan headbutt. That's just one thing the Predator ended up doing that lost him that fight.
All I did was say who the winner was, dude.
I know, but I'm bragging about it because I love Rex. Not my favorite big Krogan, because I would go to Grunt, but
Jill Johnson versus B, the babysitter. Jill Johnson wins by 2 votes. Kamala Khan, Ms. Marvel versus Jedi. Okay, Jedi, sure. Ms. Marvel wins by 6 votes.
Ooh.
And let's see here. Now for the rated battles going on currently. Taskmaster versus Mystique. Mercury from the X-Men versus Arakune. Falcon from Marvel Comics versus Serpentor. Zilla versus Zilla Jr. Sidney Prescott versus Aaron Harson. And Captain Carter versus Miles Mayhem.
Who the hell is Miles Mayhem?
From Mask.
Oh.
No, not The Mask. Mask.
Yeah, that.
Okay. Yeah.
So Gizmo.
Wow, Mercury, really? I thought nobody remembered her. This is not Sailor Mercury or like some speedster. The character Mercury is literally an X-Men female character that has an entire body made of like mercury metal and can like either harden or melt her body at will, mold her body.
Well, that just sounds like a lame power.
What are you talking about? Dude, she's made of pure
Does it cause any poisoning to her?
Yeah, I was gonna say, would you get mercury poisoning?
You know what? That's actually a good question. Like minus the eating her out part. Marvel Comics, Mercury. Damn, she actually looks pretty good. She looks pretty cool. Your entire body made of mercury. Let me see.
Well, I guess we know that she's not going to be able to breastfeed.
Oh God!
Unless, of course, her child has
Why would you
the
say
ability
that?
to be immune.
Because she's made of mercury.
No bueno.
You're horrible, Alex.
Okay.
No buenos. No buenos.
So yeah, Gizmo, it's like a cool power, but mercury poisoning.
Let me see here. Body made of liquid metal. Still alive. Okay, because you know the X-Men usually fucking die off. So
yeah, X-Men. There is a revolving door for the X-Men.
Might as well be.
Jean Grey is currently waiting for her turn.
Okay, self-sustenance, telepathic resistance, molecular adhesion, enhanced durability, magical resistance. Okay, so it looks like it's the only the only weakness she has is like electricity.
You know, I still am weirded out by the fact that Dazzler actually is considered a exceptional hand-to-hand combatant in among the X-Men. I'm like, Dazzler? Really?
Did you know that somebody wanted Taylor Swift to play Dazzler at one point?
Why am I not surprised?
Yeah. I mean, I get it, but at the same time, do we really want Taylor Swift anywhere near the X-Men?
Pop country chick as the fucking like psychedelic rock star? That's kind of weird.
Also, this is the same bitch that keeps, complaining about every ex she's ever dated, every fucking album she makes.
Hence why we don't like her.
That's fair.
Can't wait
I'm not
to
a
see
fan of her pop stuff. I prefer her first 3 albums. Sorry, go ahead.
I can't wait to see what she says about Travis Kelce.
I think I'm gonna head.
Why did they break up?
Oh, they haven't broken up yet that I know of, but...
Alright, see you, man.
Yeah,
have a good night.
I just wanna...
See you guys around.
Who's leaving?
Stacey, I'm with you, Alex. Well, I'll see you... I might see you later. If I'm still awake, I don't know. I'll see you guys.
Yeah. Oh, look. Looks like here that Mercury is Irish American. That's interesting.
Now, the question is, can Mercury morph her body into a gun?
I don't think she can. I think it's like the Terminator 2 effect, only simple shapes.
Boo! Fucking boo!
What do you think she is, an isekai character? She's not able to do shit like that.
She's a Marvel character. She should be able to do shit like that.
She's not Metallo.
Okay.
Also, her creator says that she's potentially can do anything the T-1000 can do. Hence, she can't not make guns. You'll find like pics of her like being like in a liquid form and making maces and knives and shit. She can't make shit like that, like fucking machine guns.
She should.
That would be basically firing parts of herself.
She was for another character.
And
I guess
that
so,
would
yeah.
be awesome.
But like, she would have to create the other shit too
That would mean
with
she'd
other
be
parts.
Basically like Fat Gum, right?
Yes, she'd be like Fat Gum from MHA.
Oh, at least she's not Forget-Me-Not.
We've seen that solid JJ skit. We know who that guy is. Who is he again? I know. It's just part of the joke. But yeah, seriously, the minute I saw that solid JJ sketch, I'm like, this is an actual guy from the X-Men.
Yeah.
This is a legit guy on a team with Dazzler.
Man, I feel sorry for that guy.
I do too. Because imagine you try to warn somebody and then everybody forgets who you are. All because of your powers.
It's not just that. Literally, everyone forgets them the moment they turn away.
Yep.
It's gotta suck balls.
That it does. Now I wonder what's down this way. What the? Hailfire Peaks?
Come on. No, I was almost there.
Where are you?
Look, it's that hedgehog.
Wonder what the
Come on. I just have to get through this.
Oh yeah, they announced a new character from Marvel Rivals. Fucking like.
Emma Frost and Ultron.
Emma Frost looks so fine.
Yeah.
Yes,
when
Emma
people were
Frost
saying-
mimetically will crush you with those massive thighs.
I remember when people were saying, and if they keep adding characters at this rate, they're gonna run out.
I get what they're saying, but at the same time, they never read a Marvel comic if they're gonna think so.
Yeah.
It's like you don't just have the main timeline. You also have like fucking what if. You have like the alternate timelines that were only appeared for what a minute, like in stuff from like Exiles.
Yep.
Oh shit! You know what? I wonder if they're gonna add anyone from the Exiles. Blink is like kind of overpowered. Morph. They could probably do something with Morph. Not Mimic. Morph.
The original Morph, not the sucky new one.
Maybe Nocturne, but I feel like she's too similar to Nightcrawler.
This is that. Of course, it had to be that fucking stop and swat. I'm bullshit.
No.
So,
Gizmo, have you seen Netflix's Devil May Cringe?
I don't no. Well, no. It was in my. You know what? Funny thing, I was about to just for the laws, but then I found the Mr. McMahon Netflix show. I'm like, fuck it. I want to hear what they have to say about Mr. McMahon now that he's fired.
Gizmo, let me tell you this. That's probably a far more productive use of your time.
So you want to know what happens at the very end?
Please.
Okay,
I don't
so they
ca- I
lead
don't-
an invasion of hell from the top of the Twin Towers.
To the tune of American Idiot by Green Day.
Yeah.
Look, I get that this takes place during a certain time, but please don't date it any more than it already has.
And essentially, it ends up being Adi Shankar's attempt at doing a commentary on the War on Terror.
He's taking the side that the War on Terror was a good thing, and people are kind of not getting that.
It wasn't good or bad. It was idiotic.
Yeah.
A war over nothing. Well, I can't say a war over nothing because Osama and fucking 9/11. But like, they were targeting the wrong people to begin with, and then they are like, "Oh fuck, wrong direction. We had to take a left, not a right." Then they started getting into like the correct areas, but they were still too far. And then you're even more years later, fucking they caught Osama jerking off while watching Ozymandias with Dewey right there as the wallpaper for Malcolm in the Middle.
Why?
What
Maybe
the
not
fuck was?
But that they found that shit on his laptop.
I want to know what else he's been doing on that laptop while he was hiding. There's no way you have all that shit and not know that you're a hypocrite. Death to Americans! Oh shit, Malcolm in the Middle. Reruns and Malcolm in the Middle are ending.
Yeah, the first time I heard the phrase, one of the first few instances I've heard the phrase "Death to America" was in Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge when Solomon Moto was being dragged away by the crowd out, and then you just hear him shout out "Death to America!"
Yep.
As Mr. Paradox Man, and ends up committing various acts of terrorism.
Yep.
All the Americans are invading us with dragons, just like back in 1945. We get to America!
I'm like, what the fuck is this? That was so weird.
And funny.
Yep. Well, anyway.
Yes! Got the Chaos Emerald! I did it as Team Dark, too.
Nice. So, Gizmo, in case you're wondering why Alex is playing Sonic Heroes, even though the race is already over, he wants to finish the game.
Plus,
I can imagine.
Our viewing of Sonic the Hedgehog.
That's understandable.
Yeah, I get it. I totally get it, honestly.
I feel like it's kind of a part of a professional pride sort of thing.
Oh,
yes. Just like out of my professional pride of just finishing a review with Ace's rules, even though I fucking...
That's entirely fair.
Even though I fucking didn't make it in time.
Okay, so lately, Alex and Ben have just been kind of like in and out of doing certain things on Wednesdays since you weren't around. And
I'm aware. I looked back on it and like I saw them like trying to stream the Cartoon Network MMO. Then they were like trying to like react to some other shit.
Yeah.
Now I have to beat up Sonic the Hedgehog.
Alex, all you have to do is use fly formation and then just wail on him with Thundershoot.
Oh, I can't do that anymore.
Wow, you already lost Boobs the Bat?
Yes.
I still smash. You know, maybe it is worth dying so I could ride King Dakar. So I can ride King Dakar.
Unfortunately, you won't be able to go on because remember, a couple weeks ago they ended up imploding that.
Well, yeah, that means the roller coaster's dead, which means that you can go. If you go.
Oh, you think that's gonna stop me? I'm Superman. I can turn back time. Oh, look a little inch.
You know, I don't think a lot of people like to remember the fact that Superman can do that.
They shouldn't, because that's really stupid.
I still think it's kind of
like, look at it this
it's badass in its own stupid way.
Like, I get that, but at the same time, that's just essentially begging for your dramatic stakes to go bye-bye.
They had a deleted scene where, you know, the past Superman and the present Superman meet up anyway, and they discuss how they're gonna live with each other's still, you know, existence.
Right.
You know, so I wish they could have left that in there.
I'm glad they didn't. That would have raised even more questions.
But they could have left it in, so we could we could have had at least a little bit of an explanation how that works.
What's up? Something on your mind?
Well, never mind. Let's go. That blue hedgehog like me.
Ooh, I just remembered. Marvel Rivals has mods, right? Someone's bound to give Emma Frost the original costume design. I'm talking like the stockings with the fucking like the fucking like the X bra and everything.
You know, her and T'Challa have a very out of character for T'Challa's interaction, and where Frost wishes to have a dance with him, and T'Challa is like, sure. Or to which I'm like, ugh.
You realize that you realize these are like different versions of Marvel characters in the multiverse, right?
Yeah, but that still raises some questionable implications, especially after what she put him through.
I mean, this could be before that.
This also could be a different Emma Frost.
Yeah.
What's going on?
The upside down
You could-
castle is flipped right side up.
Like,
Again,
She-
multiverse.
okay, I get that, but does she have Kari Walgren's voice? If so, then I'm all for this.
I
This Emma
don't think
Frost.
so.
Fucking sucks. Kari Walgren's best Emma Frost voice. If you're wondering where she voiced her Wolverine in the X-Men.
I kind of liked her voice better from the X-Men Legends game.
You know, considering how many role reprisals are in that particular title, Gizmo, I think she might have been in that game.
X-Men Legends?
Yeah. Give me a second.
They had, they had Cal Dodd as Wolverine. I think they had Patrick Stewart as Professor Xavier, too.
Alright, let me look. Okay, Emma Frost. Oh, she's got Laura Post voicing her, so... Kill la Kill fans rejoice, you have Ragyo Kiryuin as Thigh Woman. Okay, yeah, she's not in X-Men Legends. Here's Legends, I was thinking. And Kari Walgren first voiced Emma in Wolverine the X-Men, and then she reprised it in X-Men Destiny. That game. And then she reprised for Marvel Heroes. God. Why that fucking game? I'm very angry, as I'm sure you can tell.
Destiny, X-Men Destiny, not a great game.
Destiny, can't escape Destiny.
If you wish to know anything else about that game, Proton John does an excellent job summarizing it in his Superman 64 playthrough, where he talks about other bad superhero games at certain points in it. Like, it's very insightful. And it's like during the start of various parts, he does go into detail about some of the various things that go on in the development cycle for Superman 64, or including having had an interview with one of the game's creators, Eric Cohn. And it turned out the game did not even live up to, I think it was 10% of his expectations.
Yeah, it kind of strikes me more as just, this is a demo we slapped on the cartridge, you know?
And it was just the worst. Like, everybody knows this. Everybody knows this game is bad. It is legendary in how bad it is.
You know, I could also put... I just had another tier list idea.
What?
Cartoon intros, 90s to 2000s.
Well,
specifically superhero cartoon intros.
Gizmo, I think Gizmo, I think that would be a little bit unfair given the fact that we've already got two top. I can already name off at least two top tier intro. I was in cartoons from my childhood. Justice League and Teen Titans. And that's
which Justice League?
2001 Justice League. You know, the bum, 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 bum.
I like the unlimited version better.
Oh, Unlimited is good. I'm just saying that I just kind of prefer the Oh, Alex, trust me, when we actually get to watching Justice League Unlimited proper, you're gonna love that intro. Okay. Seriously. Yeah, I keep forgetting which hole I'm supposed to put a robot egg. Or this little guy through.
We should really do a watch of Hazbin Hotel, though.
Next Friday? Shouldn't be that long.
I mean, I got the whole series downloaded, including the bonus music video.
Cool.
You seriously have that video?
Which video?
Never mind.
Are you talking about the thousands of dollars one? No. Well, yeah, I have that, but you realize it's not canon.
I know it's not canon. It's just I immediately stopped before I could ask because that was a stupid question on my part. And normally I'm not really fond of asking stupid questions. You might be thinking to yourself, then why do I do it anyway? The answer may surprise you.
Why do we
I don't
keep
know.
asking stupid questions and getting stupid answers? The answer
Find out next
may
time.
surprise you. Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z.
So, I find it funny how Kylie Bear was nice enough to appear on Doug Walker's stuff when he was doing Dragon Ball Evolution, and then he immediately dipped out when he saw what the Kamehameha was what Ki was portrayed as in Evolution.
Oh man, he went away too fucking soon.
I'm like, oh god, he dipped out the minute they got to.
He's my favorite announcer, man.
The most basic of all the airbending techniques. I don't know why I sound the Spanish.
And meanwhile, now imagine
the most basic of techniques.
Now imagine if instead of the narrator, now imagine instead of getting the narrator or Kylie Bear after he sees that you suddenly get this. I fail to see how firing lasers from your hands translates to airbending. It is as though this were some kind of twist. A twist brought on to us by a talentless hack director.
And more a talentless hack writer who was he was literally an accountant.
Yeah,
brought in to rewrite the film because, well, the quite excellent film with Jackie Chan and Jet Li.
I'll take it from here.
By the name of
Forbidden Kingdom.
Forbidden Kingdom, yes.
I remember watching that in theaters.
Oh my god!
Oh
my god! I thought, honestly, I thought that was a fever dream.
Dude, oh, it was so awesome. Seeing Jackie Chan and Jet Li in the same film interacting with each other, fighting.
Yeah.
against and with each other, it was so awesome to see, especially since they have such different fighting styles.
Yeah.
If I ever meet Kyle Bear at a convention, and I swear I would have to get him to say something in his Aizen voice, because...
Is it funny that because of Jackie Chan's Drunken Master in Forbidden Kingdom, now I want to get a gourd and just fill that up with booze?
No.
That's a better idea than some.
Annihilate.
I think you know what? The moment I get a gourd, I'm gonna do that. Fill it up with like fucking the good shit, like like maybe some Jack Daniels or maybe some tequila, maybe some vodka. Or I can just fill it up like with sake, like a normie.
Yeah.
And it's gotta be a real gourd, not like the metal bottles I'm seeing. It gotta be like an actual gourd that people hollow out and shit.
Yeah. We actually used
like
to
this
have a tree where you
same
could
kind
grow
of
those,
bottle.
But I think it got taken out in one of the hurricanes.
Aww. Man.
So in case you're wondering what technique I just picked up there, that was Taxi Pack, which means when Banjo is out by his lonesome, he can just carry something inside of it without Kazooie. There is a Kazooie exclusive technique here.
For fuck's sake, Shadow.
Are you on Hang Castle?
Oh, yes.
Anyone have that one movie that you hear nobody talk about? That felt like a fever dream, but you know it's not. So similar to Dougal. The fucking
What?
I sometimes feel like that was a fever dream, but then I'm reminded, oh wait, it existed because its English dub is terrible.
The movie itself is terrible.
What's that?
No, here
movie. Is it called Freaks
It's-
of Nature? Or is it called Strange Wilderness?
Good boy.
Mac and Me. Good boy.
Mac and Me.
Good boy is the one with the talking dogs from space.
Yes, and that had the Inspector Gadget playing as the main dog.
I know. I have.
Or Ferris Bueller. Yeah.
Bueller.
I have
Bueller.
that movie.
I have that on DVD, and
It was one of the very first films we ever owned on DVD. I think we got it from like a dollar store or something like that.
I'm surprised this never went to Blu-ray. It's only on DVD.
You know, something else I'm surprised only ever went to DVD. Down Periscope. I love that movie.
I actually think this is one of the more better dog movies that use CGI.
Yeah.
Because everything else, it's like they're trying to do another Air Bud. There were like some shit like that, or
Air Bud was
have you
weird.
ever looked into the history behind that?
And then they had the buddies.
From what I hear, they didn't really have the dog do much of anything in the court.
Oh no, I was talking about how like Bud died and the family wound up not making any money off of like the $1 million franchise Disney created.
Wow, that is shitty.
Yeah.
Seriously, Disney, what is wrong with you?
I'm surprised the family never tried to sue.
They should
I
have.
think they might have, but I'm not really sure.
Why would they not? I don't get.
They essentially got nothing off of like the Santa buddies or whatever other shit that Disney made out of that.
I don't get the families that are like, oh, we just want to get this over with. Get this over with. They got a fucking $1 million company that owes you money. You better get at least a settlement. This ain't like Eminem's mom, where it's like, oh, I didn't do all that shit. Actually, you did do all that shit, and she went from like going to get $3 million, only to get like $1,000. No, it's like,
yeah,
this is an actual family that owned the dog that let Disney use it to film their movies, and then the thing dies, and
built an entire brand around the fact that this was the dog that played basketball. You know.
why would you not give them money? Fucking like, oh man, I can already hear the scandal if they didn't allow the people who owned the fucking Beethoven dog and didn't get any money.
I mean, hell, the fucking. This is the same Disney Corporation that the moment Walt Disney died, they screwed Fess Parker out of royalties for Davy Crockett.
Davy Crockett.
That man should have been making a cut out of every single raccoon tail hat that they sold.
That's where it came from?
Yeah. Well, that was why it was such a big deal. The Davy Crockett.
I thought it was always been a thing.
Oh no, it's like Davy Crockett wore that hat in real life, but like the big reason why that was such a big deal back in like the 50s is because of the Walt Disney Davy Crockett TV show.
Jesus Christ. You would think that the heirs of like Walt Disney would try to do something with that, if there are any.
Because Walt made sure that Fess Parker got his royalties from that show, and then in the moment Walt was dead, the fucking moment he was gone, Disney stopped sending out the checks.
I can't see what I'm walking
Jesus
on.
Christ.
Just follow the torches.
Did he try suing? Because I would.
Yeah, I believe he wound up getting something out of it.
Better be more money.
You must use the switch to open this door.
Annihilate charge. Fire.
What other dog movies were there? There was Good Boy, Air Bud, Air Buddies, which, you know, yeah, that we needed more. Yeah, we needed more Air Bud fucking movies.
Well, then there was also that one dog movie with Brie Larson.
What?
Yeah. You didn't know?
Which one?
I am Groot.
It was a movie about a German Shepherd that was turned into like a war dog, and she served during like I believe Iraq. I want to say.
I didn't know that. I don't know that film.
Does not sound familiar. Homeward Bound 1 and 2 were good dog movies.
Yes, they were. They had the voices of Michael J. Fox and somebody else whose name I don't remember.
And then there was the
Sally Field, yes. Who was the other guy? Who played the Golden Retriever?
I don't know.
Well, they were played by two different actors in two separate movies.
No surprise there.
What else was there? A recent one, A Dog's Purpose.
Yeah, that and that was strange.
What's strange?
I have not
that
seen that one.
That movie. It's like dog finds a way to get reincarnated. And it's like
What was that? What was that dog movie with fucking Chevy Chase in it?
Which movie?
The dog movie with Chevy Chase.
Fuck. It's not Beethoven.
He was a detective, right? And he gets killed, and he has to come back and solve his own murder as a dog.
What's happening to us?
Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing comes to mind. Oh, fuck. I really wish that the Beverly Hills Chihuahua movies weren't a thing.
Yeah. There's only so much Lopez I could take. George Lopez, I mean. Because if I said Lopez in general, my friend would teleport to my location and kill me.
Let me tell you how many roles George Lopez was good in the movies. You ready?
Mr. Electricity?
Oh wait, you're serious. Let me laugh even harder.
I mean, he was great in the George Lopez show, but you know.
The George Lopez show doesn't really count when a lot of comedians have successful TV shows.
Yeah.
Well, okay. The only one that I feel like it was the most successful, or even the best for Lopez, was the Blue Beetle, the uncle. Because everything else that he was in, but yeah.
That sucked that he sucked in it.
Yeah, but I feel like he was one of the better characters. Because think about it like this. When George Lopez is in anything comedic or action-based, it's either he's not acting serious enough or he's acting too serious. This one, he was just acting like the funny uncle, and I appreciated that. Because, you know, superhero films really don't have to go through the grim and gritty route, especially with something like Blue Beetle. And the fact that they added a whole family to it instead of just the mom and dad and the sister, I think that worked. I feel like it worked.
There we go.
And with someone like George Lopez playing as a conspiracy theory loving uncle, I think that fit really well. Especially when they were with the whole transformation sequence.
Shame he wasn't written that well, but yeah.
Yeah, well, but still.
Like, it's a great concept, but they basically just didn't take it past the concept.
I'll take it from here.
Also think about it like this. If this was just an English-speaking family, most of the jokes would not have hit in Blue Beetle. If he would have just said it went up his butt in English, it would oh yeah, up his butt. Oh, so funny. But he said it in Spanish, it actually made it funnier, because you also got to remember some jokes work better when it's spoken in either a foreign language or translated, and sometimes it just.
There are some jokes that are funnier when you don't know what the sense of word was.
You know, the funny thing is that you know the villain from Despicable Me 2, El Macho, right?
El Macho.
If you translate his name, it's just the Macho. That doesn't sound nearly as now, does it?
Doesn't it technically mean the man?
The Macho?
Well, yeah. Well, okay, the man. Like, that doesn't see when Alex points out that makes it even lamer.
What about Nacho Libre? Freedom chips.
Did you know that was based on a true story?
Yes.
Yeah.
Loosely, anyway.
Very loosely, yes. The same way, I think Bernie was a more,
There's someone there. Look out.
Good. I think Bernie was perhaps a more faithful adaptation of reality.
Anyway, so we know how much of an utter Chad El Macho is in Despicable Me 2, especially based on Gru's description.
El Macho.
Like we are shown and told what kind of a menace. We are shown and told what kind of a menace is El Macho is.
El Macho.
Macho man.
Gizmo, you know exactly what I'm talking about with this.
No.
Seriously?
I haven't seen a single Despicable Me movie. You should know why.
I know the Minions are shit.
Fuck the Minions.
That's entirely fair.
Everybody making memes of him. Fucking they're so cute and adorable. My ass, they're cute and adorable. They're fucking servbots with flesh. That's annoying.
Well, here's the thing. They were fine until they got their own movie.
I love that one comic where the Minion asks, line? He's like, you don't have lines, you just make noise. 5 years of film school for this.
That sounds funny.
I'd rather have a serve bot than a fucking minion.
That's fair.
At least the serve bot's helpful and doesn't fuck anything up.
At least the surf bot doesn't accidentally steal all the crown of England.
They're smarter than that, literally.
Yeah, exactly. Also, Tronbon is certainly talented.
Oh, Gizmo, I forgot to mention this earlier. Do you wanna know something really fucking weird that happens in the Devil May Cry show? Aside from all the other weird shit that I've talked about earlier.
What?
Do you know what the 14 words are?
Not really.
Okay. Do you know of the concept of them?
Yeah.
Okay. So for those of you who don't know, the 14 words are like a clan thing, white supremacist thing about securing a future for white children or whatever the fuck. And it starts off with like I'm trying to remember. We must secure a
future for humanity.
Yeah. So the line in the show goes like we must secure a future for humanity. And that's it's too close to not be what they were going for, you know?
The doctor must be playing games with us. Let's open that case first.
They even had a really lame joke at some point in that show.
Oh no, that's at the very start.
Yeah. Still doesn't make it.
Every single joke is like it's like a placeholder, you know? It's like, this is what we write until we come back and put something better here.
But then we don't think about.
And then they just never came back and put anything better here.
Yep. Meanwhile, as we've discussed, Lady, unlike her game counterpart, are where she. Yes, where in her debut game speaks surprisingly eloquently, while also carrying a lot of emotional weight, which endears us to her character a bit more, or than just bitch with giant rocket launcher.
Yeah. Just when I heard Mary say to whoever I think it was her commander or something, or it might have been Vice President Batman.
Yeah.
It's like, we have that thing is like, the moment I hear "we must secure" in a Netflix show, it's like I can tell there's cringe incoming, isn't there?
Boy, you were right. So, essentially, Lady goes from being well-written, strong female character, or with giant rocket launcher and various guns, who can and very well somewhat keep up with the competition, but is still, physically weaker.
Because she's only human.
Yeah, because she's only human and can, in a world where every main cast member and Trish are demons. So she goes from that to stealing the show from Dante, even to the point of somehow being able to tase and tranquilize him.
Yeah.
And with ammunition that shouldn't exist.
Slayer was the main character in her show, and she was not as front and center as as Mary is in Devil May Cry.
And then of course we also have her excessive cussing.
Yeah. And I am the guy who came up with the minimum spare counter.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was a fucking joke.
Yeah, my dad has quite the colorful language every now and then, and especially when he's trying to do things himself or when he's watching a game. And Lady, it just comes off as very uninvested in a lot of things. Like, you could not pay this woman to give a shit.
No.
And hell, in her and Dante's first encounter, she ends up outright committing an act of sexual harassment by ripping off his shirt, or when trying to correctly identify him as a demon. Into which he then replies, "Yeah, I know. Oh, Dreamboat. Oh, but you still can't tear a guy's clothes off like that." I'm like,
now imagine Dante,
yeah.
Hey, imagine Dante returned the favor. Actually, you know what? I want to imagine that Dante returned the favor for her and tore that stupid fucking suit off of her so that he could, like, oh, I don't know. Well, be in a character with somebody else who has an actual
Personality that isn't at all like sandpaper.
Yeah, well, I was going to go with a design that was inspired by the games as opposed to whatever the fuck that was, but, you know.
And meanwhile, a lady would just be like, how dare you? Hey, you did it to me first, so I'm only returning the favor.
How dare I? Well, how dare you? You're the one who started it.
They then tear at each other's clothes until both of them are naked.
Would have been a better plot than the show we got.
And that they're like, Mary, are you in that demon guy fucking? She's like, no. Then why are you both naked?
Swinging in the bathroom, swinging on the lawn. Swinging all
And,
alone, 'cause there ain't nobody home.
And her and Dante are just staring at each other. They're just with menacing scowls. And for the record, I am literally just making shit up as I'm going along. I did not.
Yeah, no. This is, we're already... Congratulations, you already have a better plot than Adi Shankar does.
Yeah, but Eddie Shankar wouldn't have the balls to go through with this.
And he was paid.
Yeah.
I dread to think
You
how
could throw
much money that motherfucker made off of that stupid show.
Yeah, I'm like he could get paid to make some real, or to make a show where there's all of the cussing in the world, but at this point and in this day and age, he will not make a show with a single boob or
Yeah, no. That's another thing. Like, this is an R-rated show based on an M-rated game.
And there's not one...
Like, not one nipple.
Yeah.
I remember when fucking Game of Thrones gave us full frontal.
I remember when Berserk gives us full frontal.
Yeah. Not that I'm demanding that, but like if you're gonna be edgy, you could at least be
consistent.
Like, not even consistent. You can just do anything. Like push it a little bit further.
Yeah.
There we go.
Like you could do literally anything with this. Our suggestions are not a be-all, end-all solution.
Well, you could take the story from one of the games,
or actually adapt the story from or
a light novel.
So, yeah, it's like you could do literally anything and it would be better than anything, as long as it's it's faithful to its source material.
It could at least be fucking coherent.
But essentially,
like you could have literally gone full Helsing Ultimate abridged on this and made it into like a fucking parody.
The funny thing is,
go full fucking Yahoo Wahoo Pizza Man with Dante.
They don't even go that route either. They only go that route when they feel like making a quote-unquote meme.
They have like a tribute to the hat scene from Devil May Cry 5. And it's Dante playing Just Dance in his apartment.
Why the fuck? Okay. Of all games?
Yeah. Well, not Just Dance. Dance Revolution.
Okay, that's better. That's better.
Yeah,
it's a better game.
No.
Yeah, DDR over Just Dance any day, especially nowadays, because it doesn't make any fucking sense for them to keep making them. There's no censor bar. What are you holding? Oh, I'm using my phone. How's the phone gonna know your fucking movement?
Good question.
This is why I always say certain games work only for certain consoles for a reason. You know, like light gun. I feel like well, there are exceptions. I feel like light gun games work with any console. You just got to make the peripheral. You know, Dance Dance Revolution that works with any console. You know, you just got to make the mat, and they're still making mats. As a matter of fact, hard and soft. Stuff like Just Dance worked only for the 360 and the Xbox One, because those are the only systems that had the camera, and anything beyond that just does not make sense to me, because the camera is supposed to track your movement, and while it didn't work with that many games to begin with, like say Connectimals or that one fighting game with Danny Trejo, it at least worked with the ones that it did, like the one with where you play as your avatars, right? And
those games,
and especially the game we're talking about. Yeah, and especially the game we're talking about, Just Dance, because like I said, the camera's supposed to track your every movement, and it does so with great accuracy. Yeah. The moment you move away from that and you put it on, say, Switch, mobile, PC, the PlayStation 5, it makes no sense to me.
Even the Wii version was kind of lame.
Yeah, that makes no sense to me. What are you tracking? The sensor on your Wiimote is not able to track movement like that, and the sensor with the Wii doesn't track movement at all unless it's with your Wiimote.
Yeah.
And let's not forget, you need your phone to play Just Dance on certain consoles now. Why? Just make a third party camera for the game, just like everyone else did when they ported over Dance Revolution to every console imaginable. Doesn't even have to be a Kinect camera. It doesn't even have to be a Kinect camera. Just say that this is a camera made for yada yada game and only the yada yada game, and you're golden. Hell, make it so that it's compatible not only with modern consoles but also the PC. because I know people are trying to play Just Dance on PC, like the fucking idiots they are.
Yeah.
Like, goddamn, Just Dance. It's fucking. If you want a rhythm game, just bring back Dance Dance Revolution already.
Okay. Okay, so in all honesty, this is. Well,
like how many times do I have to say it? Just bring back DDR.
Okay, so we've just gotten started on Pterodactyl Man. So next time on the Banjo of Tuies, we'll be resuming our trek here. So until then, I will see you later.
I'm going to say the N-word.
Please don't. We are already. Yeah.
Oh, you mean when I say
No, Rhino actually said it earlier.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Damn, Rhino, what happened? Did you talk about, like, were you talking about the 23% or something?
No. I was trying to leave a message on the Metley Crew YouTube stream chat, and YouTube censored it.
Oh,
People they were asking. I said, nice to see Kevin commit property damage because he blew up the wall in Jolly Rancher's bar. That got censored, and everyone was wondering why. And I was like, because YouTube was a bunch of politically correct N-words.
Oof.
So now I'm going to have to edit that out of the pod. I'd appreciate it if you'd
Yeah.
go back and timestamp that for me, Rhino, because I don't know where that was.
Yeah, you're gonna have to timestamp it on my stream as well. And see if we can edit that sound out of it.
Oh, it'll be possible. I just have to do it in the YouTube video editor.
Yeah.
If you can't, I think even if you can't, as long as you're audibly against it, you should be fine. Because when me and Your Name Here were doing when I was doing a stream with Your Name Here and I was playing Super Mario Galaxy, he said that there was this clip where a guy actually was talking about a riot from that Black Lives Matter was involved in. And he was like, "Oh yeah, he called him the N-word." I'm like, "What do you mean? Like, do you mean like soft A?" He was like, "No, he called him hard R." I'm like, "That doesn't make sense." And he was like, so he goes into I look up the clip. He goes into a debate, and then he finally says, "These men are n-ers." And I'm like, "Whoa, there we go. Now he said it." I was visible. Obviously, I was like not for it. So because of that, I guess because of my reaction, I was safe. So it was obvious that I didn't endorse it.
Yeah. I think it should be obvious by all of our reaction that we didn't endorse it.
Okay, so you did have a reaction to it. So just in case, though, you should try and
Yeah. Well.
Okay, so I'm not going to be playing much more Sonic Heroes tonight. So I will see you guys later. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Go
Bye.
subscribe.
Right, so
you know where to find me and Kevin. Go subscribe to Gizmo and Brett on their channels. Rhino doesn't get promoted today because he did a naughty thing.
Yep.
Not that I